Where's Gilbert, for God's sakes? I'm sitting here waiting for him.
He's sitting there molting.
He probably went home and he went to sleep.
Hello.
Sitting here waiting for you, and I don't know why I don't see you.
It's Papa Gilbert.
Papa Gilbert. There he is. Cha-cha-ing in. Would you do Dancing with the Stars if they asked you? I mean, yeah, it would be a goof, but it would probably bring you some notoriety and maybe more work.
I didn't know he was a great dancer. Who would his star be?
Someone else said that to me just recently.
Would you do it, though? I'm asking you.
I kind of doubt it. Yeah.
But you'd have to be asked before you know.
Yeah. I guess that would be.
They do pay like $150,000.
Yeah, it's good
okay,
pay.
in that case, yes, I would do it.
But would you treat it seriously? Would you try, or would you just be a comedian? And you would need to try. People would be angry with you.
Yeah, I don't think I would try.
You know, it's so funny. Gary told me...
But what about those gorgeous girls? I mean, if they give Gilbert that woman who's dancing with the soap opera star, don't you think he'll show up for class?
He would get a boner on TV. He would see Gilbert's boner. You know, I know you recently participated in the Pat Cooper roast.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, Artie was telling us about it because Artie performed, and he said it's like a 3-hour roast, which is too long, isn't it?
Those roast 3 is short for them.
Why
like
do
a Springsteen concert in the 80s.
But why do they do that? Why do they make it go so long?
I don't know. I think they just they wanted to make it be the biggest event as possible, and they put in a lot of fryers that... Literally, without those roasts, they do nothing else in show business.
But I mean, like, I couldn't sit through the greatest movie for 3 hours. I'd be fidgety in my seat.
And people get laughed out. But you know, Gilbert closes, and he always does so great because he gets a bunch of laughs.
But Gilbert, from what I understand, you don't ever talk about the person.
He didn't mention Pat Cooper once.
Every roast you do.
Does it matter who you're roasting, Gilbert?
Every roast you do, you tell dirty jokes. Okay, I can appreciate that if that was your comedy act, but isn't the purpose of the roast to acknowledge Pat Cooper and make jokes about him, or are you too lazy to write jokes?
People are saying to me afterwards, not only didn't I mention Pat Cooper, I didn't even look over at him.
That's right.
The whole time I was
and in a way, you could say that's the ultimate insult.
Well, is that the idea of Gilbert's
Is that the
roast,
idea?
that he's just ignoring the person?
I just think Gilbert doesn't want to write new material.
Yeah, I go that too.
Is that the reason?
Yeah.
So why do you just say, I don't want to go to these roasts? Yeah. Why do you go? Honestly, I mean, you're not roasting the person. Yeah, it makes no sense to me.
You got to see, it is a highlight though of the night. He's so funny, but
well, he's a funny guy.
Well, you know, the Hugh Hefner one. At least he tried to crowbar Hefner's name in some of the. It was like
he jammed it into the jokes.
When they say you tell dirty jokes,
two Jews and Hugh Hefner looking.
What joke did you tell? Can you tell us a few of the short jokes that you told at the Pat Cooper roast?
Oh,
I would like to hear it.
Oh, they're all on my DVD.
Well, give me a sample. Maybe this will inspire someone to buy that thing already.
Maybe you'll sell one.
Give me some dirty jokes, honestly. I'd like to hear some.
Oh, okay.
I like that. You're a good joke teller. Let me hear these jokes.
Let's see. Which one should I start with?
Give us a good one.
A guy has the words, I love you, tattooed to his dick. He goes home to his wife. His wife says, stop trying to put words in my mouth.
All right, that's a good one. Yes. Okay, I like that. Give me two more.
That has nothing to do with Pat Cooper. Right.
Give me two more. I want to hear. I like the dirty jokes.
Pat Cooper could have been the guy.
You don't even try to say Pat Cooper goes home to his wife.
No, nothing like that at all.
All right.
Little boy walks into the shower, sees his mother standing there. He points between the lights. He goes, what's that? She goes, well, last night your father and I had an argument, and he hit me with an axe. And the little boy goes, wow, he hit you right in the
That's a favorite of yours.
Yes.
These are your favorite jokes of all time.
Yeah, but tell the one with the, you know, the no arms, no legs person where you throw into the wall.
Wow, you're really digging deep.
Yeah. What is this joke?
Okay.
This joke.
An armless, legless girl is lying on the beach crying.
Right.
Pat Cooper is armless and legless.
No, but I could see why a girl who has no arms or legs would be crying.
How she got to the beach is a whole other
All right. But don't look at it too deeply.
Pat Cooper drove her there.
You're saying don't look at the joke too deeply.
Yes.
Accept the premise. Okay.
Okay.
Girl with no arms and legs is laying on a beach.
A girl with no arms.
He took a motorcycle.
I don't care how she got there. That's not relevant.
She rolled there. It took her a few months.
Somebody threw her there.
Go ahead. Okay, I want to hear the joke. Be serious about it.
No, you didn't tell the joke like this that night.
Yeah, come on. Be a professional.
He should have did.
No, I made it relevant to Pat Cooper.
No, go ahead.
An armless, legless girl is lying on the beach crying. A man walks along and goes, "What are you crying about?" She goes, "I'm crying because in my whole life I've never been kissed." So he kneels down and kisses her. He starts walking away. She's crying twice as hard. He says, "What are you crying about now?" She goes, "I'm crying because in my whole life I've never been fucked." So he picks her up, tosses her in the ocean, goes, "You're fucked now."
That's good. Now, was she a amputee or a birth defect? In other words, was this as a result of an accident, or was it a birth, like a thalidomide baby?
Yeah.
You know,
you don't explain that.
You're trying to be funny, but there really are jerk-offs who do that with jokes.
Well, I know there are people who... Well, I know, Jackie used to tell dirty jokes about talking monkeys, and people would go, "But a monkey walks into a bar." I mean, monkeys don't walk into bars. What is the bank teller joke? Everyone tells me that's a great one. You have a joke about a bank teller?
Okay, man goes into a bank.
And he has all his limbs?
He has all his limbs. He steps over an armless, legless girl.
Come on, go ahead. A man walks into a bank.
And that man's name was Pat Cooper. But a man goes into a bank.
Right.
He goes up to this old woman teller behind the desk, and he goes, "So I'd like to open a f***ing bank account." She goes, "What did you say?" He goes, "I want to open a f***ing bank account." She goes, she goes, "You better watch your language or I'm getting a manager." He goes, "Get the manager. I want to open a f***ing bank account." Right. So she goes over, gets the manager. Manager storms over. He goes, "What seems to be the trouble here?" He goes, "The trouble is I want to open a f***ing bank account for $800,000. And the bank manager goes, "Oh, and is this giving you a hard time?"
That's good. Now, where is this bank?
Well, it's in Jersey City, like right on the outline.
You know, that makes sense. I got an idea for you. I think I can get you on Jackie's Joke House. Would you like to be on that show? It's on tonight. You could probably get on there.
Yes.
Now, are all those jokes...
I like these jokes. I do like them.
Yes.
That's your DVD. It's all different jokes.
On GilbertGottfried.com.
What is personally your favorite dirty joke of all time?
I don't know. I don't really have a favorite.
You don't have a favorite.
They're all your children. You love them equally.
I mean, according to the aristocrats, every comedian has like a secret society. That they say that. Yeah.
I know. What is the one that gets you your biggest laugh at the roast? What is the big joke?
I don't know. There's a few.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
You can't help me out with that. No.
You know, well, I'm
trying to get you to tell one last
Yes.
joke. I'm working very hard here.
And he's not helping.
No.
I'll be like one of those filmmakers who goes, "Well, it's like saying you like one child."
Right, they're all your children.
Yes.
Tell me one more dirty joke then, please, and then I will let you off.
Okay.
One more.
What do you remember? Let's see. Oh, a guy goes into a doctor's office. He says, "Doctor, I don't know if my wife has TB or VD." The doctor says, "Chase her on the bed. If she coughs, her."
So these jokes, you're able to retain all of these jokes?
Yes.
People tell them to you, and you're able to memorize them? That's very good. Do you write them down somewhere? Do you have them in...
No.
But they're in your head, and you just...
Yeah.
Have you ever written a dirty joke of your own? Where, in other words, it's not one that somebody tells you, but where you actually create the dirty joke?
No, I always get... I don't know how people actually form those kind of jokes.
It's hard,
Yeah, horse goes into... A horse is a monkey.
Right. You don't understand how they come up with that, but yet some people have that rare ability.
Yeah. Some of those jokes, it's hard because then they go, and the monkey says, well, you can't get a hard-on, you got to shower in chocolate syrup. And you go, well, why? Why does that?
So you killed at the Pat Cooper roast.
Yes.
I heard you were very funny. I heard Artie was funny. And I only heard a story from the guys that one girl did not do well at the roast.
And it's so funny because Gilbert is so evil. This woman...
This is the woman from Last Comic Standing.
I don't know where she was from. That's the thing. Nobody knows.
Someone said she was a finalist on Last Comic Standing. Let me ask you guys as professional comedians.
She was there she did an hour of nothing.
Let me ask you guys as professional comedians.
Yeah.
Do you look at someone who is on Last Comic Standing as almost like how a real musician looks at someone from American Idol? Like, do you sit there and go, this person is not a real comedian? They haven't paid their dues. They haven't played the comedy clubs. Do you get resentful of someone from Last Comic Standing?
Gilbert, go ahead.
It always seems like Last Comic Standing, or the other one was when Ed McMahon had Star Search.
Right.
That the minute you won that, your career ended before it began. You know?
Right. It was because there was an article recently in Entertainment Weekly. Carrie Underwood, who was from American Idol, is having a very big career. She sold 8 million records.
She's breaking records.
Breaking record. But they addressed this. They said other artists, people who, came up the hard way. Yeah. For example, Faith Hill is a country artist, and she cried when Carrie Underwood won the Grammy over her. She was insane over it.
It was a country music award. It wasn't the Grammy.
Whatever.
Got to get over it.
But she was like someone from American Idol, and this is what these American Idol kids have to deal with. They're never really given the respect. Can you respect someone who is a comedian from Last Comic Standing?
Well, if you'll notice, not one. I think there's been 8 winners of Last Comic Standing, and they've done nothing. Like, I mean, you don't hear of them doing literally a thing. Because they have 10 minutes, and they got a headline, and then they
So
can't
this
do
girl
it.
went up on stage. Why did she bomb? What happened?
Were you guys not laughing intentionally?
No, listen,
Gilbert, what in your opinion?
Some people did better than others. Gilbert's the only one I think who had solid belly laughs the whole time. But in other words, this woman, she didn't only bomb. It was like a bombing of, like, you can't even describe it.
It was that kind of thing like a bee's drone. You're not really listening. It's just there.
And if she was going to make an argument that, like, Last Comic Standing is legitimate, my God, did she put that argument
What did she do?
Like,
She wasn't prepared? She didn't have good material? Did she write jokes about Pat Cooper?
I think she was totally prepared.
Unfortunately, yes.
So when you guys see this, do you feel compassion for her? Or
there's nothing you love more than someone else failing.
God, I wish he was wrong about that, but it's the best thing ever.
And it's like, those machines, you turn them on and you hear the ocean, or you hear wind blowing, and you don't really listen. They're in the background. That's what she sounded like.
Psychologically, the reason you like that she bombed is because, in your mind, because stand-up comedy is so easy for you, you say, gee, maybe everyone can do it. And she confirms the fact that not everyone can do it. It is a difficult profession.
I've got a great bombing moment before I forget, though.
Yeah. This happened to you, didn't it?
Yeah, yes.
I heard about this. You did a corporate comedy bit.
Yes,
recently.
in South Carolina.
What was the company? What was the company?
I don't even know. It's some kind of medical something.
Was the company called, here, I have it, Cinex?
I don't even remember the name. It was something to do with medicine or...
How do you get hired?
Shows how much I prepare.
Yeah, how do you get hired?
I get hired, and of course the guy says to me beforehand, he goes, this is a very... you have to work clean here.
Okay.
So that's number one.
Mm-hmm.
And
can you do that? Are you capable of that?
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so you're not lying to them when you say, all right, I'll work clean.
And then they say you have to... it's also like, says something like, Christian, you can't do anything. And so I opened up with, like, crucifixion jokes.
Oh, my God.
Well, why would you do that?
I don't know, but this is the ultimate where, like, everyone here would have loved the show because... a guy physically came up, because I refused to get off stage.
Right.
Once a guy physically got on stage and pulled me off the stage.
When did this happen? How recently?
This a couple of months ago.
So you're up there doing your act. Is the audience booing you, or what are they doing?
They're all, like, staring at each other angry.
These are Christian,
they're,
like,
complaining.
Oh,
and this guy starts storming towards the
And are you dressed up for this gig, or are you just wearing your
my usual?
Your usual.
Yes.
They even said at the roast, every comedian was wearing a jacket or something.
Except for Gilbert?
Gilbert, they said, you see how he wears oversized shirts?
Yeah.
And they're long down to his knees. Why are your shirts so long? What is that? Is that your look? Is that your thing?
I don't know. I guess it's what's ever on sale that week.
They said Gilbert had on a rumpled shirt. Looked like he just rolled out of bed. So when you get up there, you go and do your thing, and does the guy say to you ahead of time, please, no religious jokes, no... I mean,
yeah.
So they don't pay you for it because now you've broken the contract, right?
No, I got paid, surprisingly.
You do get paid.
Then there's that other one that you read, because the guy threatened me. This was from years ago.
Was anyone laughing at you at the Cinex thing?
I think at the very beginning there were some.
And how do they eject you from the stage? In other words, you say he physically grabbed you. Did he grab you by the arm, or did he tackle you? What did he do? How does he...
By the arm.
And what do you do? Do you say, excuse me, what are you doing up here, sir?
I yell out, you've been a great crowd.
And he physically manhandles you and pulls on you.
Yes. Have you ever tried running?
He did. He did run from the other corporate gig when they chased you.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Tom Chisano chased him.
Oh, yes. There was one where I did so bad. There was like a hedge. It was an outside thing in the yard. There was a hedge there. Now, and, God knows I'm the least physical person.
I believe that.
I can barely make it from one side of the room to the other.
There was a hedge.
I climbed over the hedge.
You were there for that, weren't you, Gary?
No, but we should remind everybody. Gilbert has a mechanism in his head where if you tell him what to do, it pisses him off.
Yeah, because it's the same time when you opened up for Belinda Carlisle.
So Belinda Carlisle, Jones Beach, a bunch of 14-year-old girls. Kevin Meaney gets the flu. The only comedian in the New York area is Gilbert. They send Gilbert out on stage and they tell him to work clean, and they printed a transcript in National Lampoon. I think Gilbert used the word 91 times.
Because they told Gilbert the whole audience is underage 14-year-old girls.
Yes. They said that mothers had their daughters, they were getting their money back.
But Gilbert, why do you do that? I mean, you are promising these people that you will go out and do a clean act and leave out certain material.
I usually try for about 5 minutes.
Well, and you get nervous?
Yeah.
Or there's a devil getting you?
I have no idea.
What is the anger?
I remember at the Jones Beach, it's like women were like clapping their hands over their daughter's ears.
I love how if Kevin Meaney gets the flu, Gilbert's the first call.
But, I mean, isn't it kind of being a bit of a dick on your part that it's like hiring a vegetarian caterer for a party.
And order out from McDonald's.
Yes. Right. I mean, and then he brings in meat or something. Yes. I mean, you have promised them you will do a certain, a certain kind of show. But it drives you crazy.
Yes.
You don't want to be told what to do.
Although I did one recently, and this was like, I had to host some karaoke show in like San Diego or something.
I can imagine.
It was, and oddly enough, my agent actually called me because he said, not only were they not complaining and asking for their money back, but they actually said good things. And my agent was in shock.
Is it hard to represent you as an agent because he gets a lot of angry phone calls?
Yes. My agent was going, I can't believe this. This guy says if he does it next year, he might actually want you back.
Well, Gilbert, the thing is, they know you as the voice of a duck. Aren't you doing you're doing a new animated movie as Jack and the Beanstalk?
It's not animated. I'm actually on camera
in
a duck outfit.
Again, you're a duck.
Well, I'm a goose.
Bird.
You're a goose.
Always
yes,
a bird.
Are you the goose that lays the golden egg?
Yes.
And do you use the same Gilbert voice as the goose?
Oh, yeah.
You don't make any effort to change your voice?
No, it's my friend Jackson.
I see. And when will this movie be coming out?
I don't know. I think it's one of those like family DVD releases. It's Jack and the Beanstalk.
Jack and the Beanstalk.
I think sometime next year.
Right. So you'll take it. Have you ever turned down work? I mean, you do karaoke contests. You don't really turn down anything, do you? As long as it pays fairly decently, right?
If they asked me to strip at a club, I probably would.
Probably wouldn't.
They asked me to do pole dancing.
So the woman bombed at the Pat Cooper roast.
Yes.
And I guess when you say bombed, the other comedians sit there quietly, or do they begin to...
Well, everybody was sitting there quietly.
Yes.
I mean, there's no laughs. Why wouldn't the person just sit down and say, okay, good night, everyone, thank you? And then,
first of all, she went on it was literally, I think she went on 3 hours in people physically had to go to the bathroom at some point. So already she's in a bad spot.
Right.
And then she just, I mean, the only thing, but you got to see, when they win Last Comic Standing, someone told me she came in second. Like, balloons come down, there's all confetti, like, it's the kind of...
You're entered into show business.
Right, it's the kind of excitement that comedians never see.
Right, no one's giving balloons.
And she's up there on stage going, hey, when did the balloons show up?
Right, exactly. And all of a sudden she's, you know, in a way it is a little bit of payback.
At this point in my act, the balloons always come down.
Yeah, I don't understand why they're not applauding me.
And she wouldn't get off stage. She just wouldn't. It seemed like it was an hour of, I mean, no laughs.
And it was one of those things where, like I said, it's like wind blowing in the background. You're not listening to it. It's just there.
Peter, you're on the air with Gilbert Gottfried. Gilbert Gottfried, November 1st at Caroline's in Manhattan. I assure you he will not bomb. He's a professional comedian. You'll be in good hands. For tickets, go to carolines.com. And also, if you want to hear more Gilbert Gottfried dirty jokes, as Gilbert demonstrated here, with the C word, all different kinds of words, go to gilbertgottfried.com. Gilbertgottfried.com. How's the website doing? A lot of traffic?
Oh, yes, a lot of traffic.
A lot of people on there?
Yes.
Peter, go ahead. A question for Gilbert Gottfried.
Well, Gilbert, do you remember working at the Browns Hotel in upstate New York? You were doing a show, and it's a 2,000-seat theater. There were only, like, 2 tables in the audience. Everything else was empty. And there was an older couple, and there was a black couple. And about midway through your set, you did a black joke. The black couple got up and walked out. Do you remember that?
Do you remember that at all, Gilbert? Does that sound familiar?
I mean, I don't narrow it down to one.
What was the joke that Gilbert said to the black couple?
I have no idea.
Do I do an old person joke or a black joke?
Yeah, he's trying to relate to
Gilbert,
the audience.
have you ever completely emptied a room?
You know something? I think at like the Improv and Catch in the beginning, sometimes they'd have me go on stage when they wanted to close up early. And I would get the audience like so agitated.
You know, when you see guys, when you see stand-up comedians like Jerry Seinfeld say, "Oh, stand-up comedy's so easy, I love it so much," you're suspicious of that, right?
Yeah.
You don't enjoy this career, do you?
That's what brings me life.
Yeah.
That is something that I enjoy more than anything else.
Does that freak you out when you hear Seinfeld? I mean, like, because you don't enjoy this.
It's a shot of adrenaline when I'm on stage. I can't find that kind of enjoyment anywhere else.
I mean, most comedians are doing anything they can to not have to get up on that stage.
Yes.
But yet Seinfeld almost rubs it in your face that what's the matter with you that you don't enjoy this?
How can a person not see the blessing of going on stage and just the joy of it, the pure, unmitigated joy of it?
It's like the way the Vietnam vets were mad at Sylvester Stallone for, like, one guy took care of the whole war. Rambo.
I saw Jerry Seinfeld on Oprah recently, and he said, he goes, I did a TV show and this and that. He goes, but I can't live without stand-up. It's my entire life. And, I love it so much, and it's what I do. I have to do, like, he's driven to do it. He has this gift of writing and speaking. And
he must tell you what he's written.
I always feel like God can step down tomorrow and say, look, I'll keep paying you. I'll send you the money. Just don't do stand-up anymore. Okay. Yeah.
No problem.
I'm fine.
And now he has a bee movie. I guess he's like you. You play ducks. He's going to play part of a bee, a bumblebee of some kind, right?
Because it's something for the whole family.
He's a family guy.
But it's also gotten the kind of...
Oh, my God. Did you see him on Oprah?
Yes.
Oh, God, was that... It was like the entire show was a commercial for the movie.
Unbelievable. When Oprah gets behind you, man, it's it. It's gold mine time.
And he, of course, gave her a part in the movie.
Oh, yes.
So it's like, forget it. That is Christ appearing on the earth telling you to see the movie.
Well, it's like, that said to me the other day, she goes, I hear the Seinfeld movie's great. I said, what is that?
Where'd you hear
that from Oprah? She goes, Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I heard on Oprah.
Oh, Oprah is like Charles Manson or something with her fans.
It's like evil.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a cult leader.
She could tell people to go out and kill, and they would do it.
There was a movie Gary wanted to see one time, and his wife refused to see it. Then Oprah did a show on it, and she said, I really want to go see it. I mean, like, she wouldn't trust her husband over Oprah.
Right,
it's like
it was
you
crap.
must see movie.
Yes. There's a movie I want to tell you about.
Yes.
You will love this movie.
Yes.
Because I saw this movie this weekend. It's a vampire movie. It's called 30 Days of Night. And in this movie, the vampires figure out they're going to move to Alaska. Because in Alaska, there's 30 days of night. There's no daytime in this one area of Alaska. And I was thinking, you know, you're a huge fan of Bela Lugosi and Dracula and all that. I said, what a f***ing idiot Bela Lugosi was. He should have moved to Alaska. This guy was busy in coffins the whole time. You know what I mean? He was hiding from the sunlight. Why did he move to Alaska? What a dummy. And I was thinking of you. Because Bela Lugosi, I always wanted to say to him.
Get a condo in Miami.
I want to go Dracula. Why don't you live in Alaska? And there's no answer. You didn't see this movie?
No.
You only watched the old Dracula?
Yes.
You won't watch the Dracula. Seinfeld on Oprah clips. Want to hear some Seinfeld on Oprah?
Oh, sure.
All right, just because you referenced it.
It scared me.
All right, give me a second. I'll drag this right up.
You couldn't relate?
Yeah, you don't have those feelings.
Yes.
All right, here we go. All right, here's Seinfeld.
So act like you didn't tell me this story already.
Okay.
Because in the beginning of the interview, we start talking about how this movie came to be.
Oh, no. Do you want me to tell that story?
Yeah, you have to tell it again and act like you haven't told me.
Oh, I can't believe you're asking me.
Boy, he's really accepted.
This story, I know the story's going to tell. This one is one of those where you think, well, you know, he's a professional comedian. There's going to be something funny. And at the end, it's going to be wrapped up with a big punchline. And I said, so I have no doubt whether or not I think it's funny. It'll be a tremendous wrap-up. And it goes on and on.
And Oprah laughs way too hard at it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Play the story. Because tell me where
the way this happened was I had called Steven Spielberg to direct this thing I was doing. It was a little, I think it was a commercial for American Express.
Right.
I asked him if he would do it, and he said no. And, but we were in the same neighborhood. We live in the same neighborhood out in Long Island. So he said, why don't we have dinner? So, of course, I said yes.
Oh, yeah.
And I got very nervous. I put the phone down. I said, Jess, we're having dinner with Steven Spielberg. So that whole day of the dinner, he wanted to have dinner at 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, whatever time. It's an insane time to have dinner. If you want to have dinner at 6 o'clock, we'll have dinner at 6 o'clock.
Right.
So that whole day, I get up in the morning, and we have a chair. I got showered, I got dressed, I sat in the chair, and I just sat there, and I go, well, 8 hours to the dinner.
What the f*** are they laughing at?
And what I love, like, Seinfeld, who's got like about $100 billion,
right.
And his name is like legendary in the business. He's trying to make it like he's like the average Joe meeting Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so nervous. I didn't know what to do. I'm going to meet Steven Spielberg.
And then the audience laughs hysterically.
Yes.
And Oprah's going nuts.
The best line is we live in the same neighborhood out in Long Island.
Yes.
What kind of neighborhood?
They live in the Hamptons.
It's like Yorkville.
There's one house per block.
Yeah, he lives in a crappy apartment.
They're in row houses. Okay, here's the rest of the story. Okay. And the laughs.
Spielberg lives upstairs.
Our kids play stickball together.
Yes.
Just waited in the chair. There's no need to do anything else. There's no point in trying to do anything else. I'm not going to be able to concentrate on the television or a newspaper. I'm just waiting for the dinner.
Oh,
really? Why not?
Oprah's beside herself. Have you ever been asked to be on Oprah?
No. I don't think I ever will be.
I got to say, I've seen your act, and you're a really funny guy. Why can't you get Oprah to give you these kind of belly laughs? I mean, it's ridiculous.
I know.
You've got to be jealous.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean,
hey, you want to hear an Oprah joke?
Yeah.
It's not on the DVD.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Let it out. Let it out.
Which is available on GilbertGodfrey.com.
This is good. You've been home watching a baby all day, so this is good for you to get a
all right. Oprah Winfrey goes to a doctor's office for a checkup. So the doctor says, okay, Miss Winfrey, take off all of your clothes and get on your hands and knees on the ground. So she takes off all of her clothes. She's on her hands and knees on the ground. He goes, okay, I want you to crawl over to that wall. So she crawls over to that wall. He goes, you know what? And now turn and crawl to the other wall. And she turns and crawls to the other wall. And then he says, now crawl to the middle of the room. And she crawls to the middle of the room. And she goes, what's wrong? He goes, nothing. I just ordered a black leather couch, and I can't decide where to put it.
You think Oprah would laugh for you like she laughed?
Why don't you go on Oprah and tell her that joke? Let me ask you this about that joke. Why does Oprah go along with the doctor crawling on her knees? I mean, it's unusual. Like, why doesn't she ask him?
You'd think at like the first point, you go, well, don't I lie down on the table or something?
It doesn't make sense to me.
Why would Oprah need a doctor?
Does she have a live-in doctor? All right, Mike, go ahead in Lake Hopatcong, New Jersey. Is that how you say it?
Like a pack-on.
A pack-on? Okay, go ahead. Yes, Mike.
Hey, how's it going, Eric?
Okay.
Hey, listen, this guy, he's just not ever funny. I mean, I talk to people all the time when he's on. He's just not funny at
Gilbert?
You personally absolutely think he's...
You're not enjoying Gilbert's appearance today?
Dude, you gotta be kidding me.
No wonder that he bombs because he sucks.
Gilbert, do you agree with this man that you suck? I mean,
Artie, come on, Artie, you're a comedian.
You didn't like his Oprah joke? You didn't like his Oprah joke?
No, he sucks.
Gilbert, now, do you want to win him over, or do you just give up on someone like
Sir, wait a minute. Sir, what religion are you? Can we offend you?
I'm Catholic like you are.
Oh, Catholic. Anything else offend the Catholic?
You want to say something offensive? I guess not. All right. Well, I'm sorry you don't like Gilbert. I kind of do.
Kind
of. For me, that's a rave.
You ask him a question like, if he ever gets offended if these people win last common standing, maybe he should try to be on last common standing.
I like to see Gilbert in a house.
I think Gilbert has proven himself.
He just seems, not to interrupt you, sorry, but he just seems so mundane and boring.
Do you feel you're mundane and boring? You do.
Yes, I'm like Perry Como.
Do you have moments of doubt that maybe you chose the wrong career?
What do you mean, moments?
Constantly.
Yes.
Yeah, Gilbert sits there going, I should have been a roofer.
Yeah.
There was a moment he almost became a roofer.
Yes.
Dan, go ahead. You're on the air in Niagara Falls.
Hey, now, and hiyo.
Okay.
Gilbert, I just wanted to say, you're definitely 10 times funnier than Jerry Seinfeld. I actually heard a story about him, and it's definitely a true story. He was at some hotel, and apparently he smoked cigars. And you can't. It was in New York, and he can't smoke inside. So he told the guy, I want to smoke my cigar inside. And the guy said, you can't. He said, well, then can you set me up somewhere near a door? So they had him set up. Then he wanted to eat lunch, and he said, I want to eat with everybody, but I don't want anybody to bother me.
That's some story.
Well, you tell a story like Seinfeld on Oprah.
I'm not an asshole.
He's mad at me. You just wasted time.
Go fuck yourself, fatso.
See, now you're being funny.
Well, thank you, Dan.
The guy needs a little prodding.
What can I tell you? Gilbert, I'm excited for you. I know that this gig at Caroline's is a big deal for you.
Wait, I want to tell Gilbert, because we never told Gilbert my bombing story at a benefit. I get booked to do stand-up for a benefit, Gilbert, for Prader-Willi's disease. Do you know what that is?
No, it sounds good, though.
Prader-Willi's disease is a disease. These teenage girls and guys don't have the chromosome in their head that tells them when to stop eating. So these kids overeat till literally they explode, and and their parents have to, like, literally chain them in and build a fence around them. And before I'm in a room with all the parents of these kids, and before I go up, they show a video of a 17-year-old, 400-pound girl. When she hears the ice cream truck, she goes nuts, and they have to, like, tackle her. She goes, oh, the ice cream truck, the ice cream truck. They interview the parents, and they have black and blue bruises. And then after the video, they say, ladies and gentlemen, Artie Lang, and my first line was, I said, oh, my God, I'm so full from eating at the carving station. Thank God I have that thing that tells me when to stop it. And I got booed off stage. I got escorted out of the...
Wow, well, you guys certainly have your horror stories.
Yes, well, you know.
We do. Well, music from Gilbert right now. Honor of his appearance today. We're taking care of business.
Well, I get up every morning with a heart on 'cause I'm horny. Grab my Vaseline and then get busy. Then I hear a voice I love. I grab my cock and start to rub and think I'm Robin with those big brown titties.
Yeah.
I dream of tickling Robin's clitoris every day. Tickling Robin's clitoris. I'm not gay. Tickling Robin's clitoris. She's real tight. Tickling Robin's clitoris. I jack off all the time. What are you, a homo? Ow!
Tommy?
Yes. Hickory dickory dock. Ow!
All right, say something worth listening to, or...
Ow!
You fucking dickwad. You stop annoying me. Why don't you come on in here, and then we'll talk. You fucking asshole. Come on, come down here. Don't call me on the phone, you pussy.
What are you, a homo? Ow!
Are you?
Yes.
You have the address? Come on down, me, you little f***er.
In your face.
In your face, face. Come on down here, motherfucker. Come on. Hey, that's the best you can do.
Okay.
Come on down here and say it to my face, you motherfucker.
Okay.
Do it. Get down here. Hurry. Fucking knock you next week, motherfucker.
Oh, I love this.
Come on. Bring it on, motherfucker. Bring it on.
Oh, I don't like what Joe
Dick face. Come on, bring it on.
Yes.
Fucking,
oh, my
don't
muscles feel so much
You're
better
just gonna call me on the phone and be a dick. Why don't you come down here and try it, dickhead?
Oh, that's right.
Asshole.
Oh, excellent.
See, I really think you should have been the guy to play the Joker in the Batman movies, because
true.
You see that kind of laughter, that maniacal, obnoxious laughter? I mean, that's what the Joker should be in Batman. I mean, just completely off his rocker. That Joker almost made too much sense in Batman, you know?
Completely off his rocker.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It's just so perfect.
Hello.
Hey, Bendy, you want a Bendy on it? Ow!
Fuck is this? Hello?
Hey, Bendy, want to swim around my stingray? Ow!
Boy, some bullshit, man.
Some bullshit.
Hello?
Well, hello there.
Who is this?
Paul Winchell.
Boy, this motherfucker tripping like a motherfucker. Hello?
Hi, it's Georgie. How's your health been doing, Mama? Hey, did you get that parrot I sent you?
I'm not bullshitting on the motherfucker. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Who you want to speak to?
Bendy!
Who you want to speak to?
Yes.
Yes, motherfucker, yes. Who you want to speak to?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, take it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I Desi on this.
Yeah.
Now you're just being silly.
Yeah, I trust you.
Oh, sure.
Oh, yeah, sure, I trust you. I your mom last night.
Holy mackerel!
Oh, my goodness. You're an animal. I want to f*** your big, droopy, yellow tits.
I'm gonna f*** your tits.
No, I can't even get a hard on.
You can't get on hard.
No.
When you got a pussy, you don't get on hard. Are you gay?
Yes.
You are gay?
I have sex with pigs.
You have sex with pigs?
Yes.
You f***ing asshole.
Some great work there.
Yes.
All right, I'll tell you, take a break. Robin's going to do the news. Do you want to stay for the news, or you got somewhere to go? You got to babysit? Or?
I'm so busy.
We haven't been asked about the baby today.
Oh, please. I saw a picture of Gilbert in some paper. Paparazzi, I guess, Doug. It was you. Did you see this picture? It was you and your wife.
Oh, yes.
Walking the baby. And you got a big smile on your face. You don't look that unhappy for once.
I was laughing because this guy was trying to get me to answer some question. It's like, yeah.
Just off camera, a black man had tripped and fallen.
Are you hounded by the paparazzi
A
often?
black guy had just gotten sickle cell anemia, so I had a big smile on my face.
Gary said, you know, Gilbert's wife is so pretty. He goes, he saw her the other night. She was at the roast.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, like, you see Gilbert, he's a big mess, and the wife is just gorgeous.
She did. I saw her, too. She looked good. She lost the baby weight.
Yeah.
You know, she looks good.
She wants to look good for her man.
Well, maybe there is another man in her life.
I saw Gilbert before the roast at the press thing, and I said, so I'm sure you got a new hour of stuff on what it's like to have a kid, like new material.
Oh, yes.
Baby.
Oh, I love when comics start doing that stuff.
I know, it drives you crazy.
Yeah.
Now, did you have a boy or a girl? What did you have?
A girl.
A girl.
Yes.
Yeah, you should be hanging out with Shiloh Pitt.
Oh, yes.
Are you starting to now look into, I know she's young. How old is your daughter now?
4 months.
Okay. But don't you have to, because it's New York City, start looking into, like, private schools now before so that you can get ready?
That's insane, that stuff. Yeah, I can't. I just ignore it altogether.
Are you enjoying the experience yet?
I don't feel like she needs to know how to read.
Right.
Yeah.
But are you enjoying being a dad at all? Are you doing dad-like things? I mean, are you wheeling the kid around? Are you
changing diapers?
Are
Yeah.
you helping out? Yeah.
I've helped, and then I leave the room.
Yeah. You're very selfish, right?
Have you fed the baby?
Well, it'll give her something to write a book about.
Do you ever sing to her? You would never do something.
I'll put out an album of lullabies.
No,
That's
but I mean,
next thing celebrities do.
Do you ever read to her?
Do you
ever sing to her? Or do you
yes, I daven.
No, but you don't read to her. Will you raise her to be religious? Okay. Would you ever rock the baby to sleep? Seriously.
Well, somebody sent us one of those electric rockers, so you're not going to have to do that.
But do you find, I don't know if you can answer this seriously or not, but I want you to be honest, because a lot of guys who get married find this. After the baby, you're not as sexually active. Like, do you find you and your wife have cut down on sex?
Yeah, no, I jerk off twice as much now.
You do?
Yes.
So you do find that. Okay. All right. I can see I'm going to get a lot of good answers. All right. Gilbert Gottfried, November 1st at Caroline's in Manhattan. Of course, GilbertGottfried.com, all of his dirty jokes. Robin, I'm going to ask that we do a break, and then I'm going to call upon you to tell us what is going on in the world.
Very
good. And, Gilbert, please sit tight.
Oh, okay.
All right. We will be back, as they say, in a flash.
I'm very busy, but I'll try to sit through.
If you can.
Yes,
I understand if you have to leave.
There are a lot of pressing engagements.
Yes. I know you'd want to run home and help your wife with the baby. Thank you. Gilbert Gottfried, our special guest, November 1st at Caroline's in Manhattan. And you can go to carolines.com if you want tickets. Go to gilbertgottfried.com for the Dirty Jokes CD. DVD, rather. Excuse me. You know, it's funny. Gary found this on the Internet. There's a website you can go to. It's called eScore. It actually tells, they take celebrities and they poll audiences to find out. It's almost like a Q rating, if you've ever heard of that. Find out how popular you are, how likable you are, and all that. So we put Gilbert's name in. So they mention different attributes like, attractive, beautiful, charming. And it's really amazing what they found. Here it is, Gilbert Gottfried. There's your. They even have a picture of you up there. And they put all the statistical stuff. And they even show you who they poll. Like, they have 37% of the people are persons 13 to 17 years old. Adults 18 plus, 64%. So they break it all down for you, who these people are. People with incomes of $50,000 and more, 60%. Incomes of less than $50,000, 62%. Some are college graduates, some are not. It's a very big cross-section of America.
And anyone you could ask.
It's scientific, yes. So it's not like it's any one group.
And, Howard, you should know, this isn't just some website. It's actually a service that our television show pays for.
Right. So you can tell.
It's very legitimate.
All right. So let's see how you did, Gilbert. All right. So attractive. Total people who found you attractive, it says statistically 0%. I kid you not. It says with women, you had a 1%, but statistically, and the men, 0%. No one found you attractive.
Not even fags.
No. Then they use the word beautiful to describe Gilbert Gottfried. 0% again. 0% women, 0% men. Charming, 2%.
Boy, you'd think charm would have been my main one.
Creepy, 26% total. 28% of the women said you were creepy. 24% of the men said you were creepy. Out of those people who said you were creepy, it was mostly pretty even between women and men.
So at least I'm getting a little higher rating there.
Glamorous, you got 0%. Handsome, 1%. So there was somebody who found you handsome. Physically fit, 1%.
That's surprising.
Sexy, 0%. But you see, you did well. It says unique, 32%. So
yes.
You see, that's where you did well.
It's so unique that no one would be attracted to me.
Here's the you got a 65% for being kooky and wacky.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. So there you are. People think that, but they do not find you attractive,
yes,
charming, or beautiful.
Or talented.
Yeah.
Yes.
They do find you creepy.
Yes.
Hey, Howard?
How many different ways can they say the same thing? Sexy, glamorous. I mean, Jesus.
It's a lot of different words, yeah.
I'm looking at yours.
I bet you I'm not better.
You're not. In fact, you may be worse.
Oh,
and I'm going to take it. I was just following Gilbert's numbers. So for attractive, Howard.
People don't understand I look better in person.
You were 1% across the board. 1% found you attractive, 1% men, 1% women.
Well, Gilbert got 0.
Yes.
So
all right, for beautiful, 0% across the board.
All right, same as Gilbert.
Okay. Charming, 1% across the board. 1% women, 1% men. But for creepy, you doubled Gilbert's numbers.
Oh, yeah.
You're 46%.
Wow.
He was 23%. 49% of women find you creepy, Howard.
What about the 49% that don't?
Glamorous?
That's what you got to concentrate on.
0% across the board.
Right.
Handsome, 1%. But see, this is where I think that people don't know you. I think they interview people because physically fit, right? I mean, you could say you're creepy, but you're definitely physically fit, right? 1% of people found you physically fit.
Well, the perception is that I'm not physically fit.
Right.
Well, what the are they?
1% of people found you sexy. And then here's another.
That's good.
1%?
1%.
You know, how many people?
Somebody out there.
That's right. How many people live in America?
But again, this is people who don't know you. What percentage of people would you say found you trustworthy?
0.
2%.
2%. All right.
1% women.
I am honest.
Yeah, no, you're honest.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think.
Where did I score the highest?
The highest appears to be
Jewy?
No. Creepy.
No, I've got you beat.
99% found me Jewy.
Yes.
Creepy was your biggest number. Your second biggest number was kooky wacky.
Your
42% of people found you kooky.
I guess we're in the same boat.
For pure kikishness, I got a 95.
95%? Yes, here it is, pure kikishness.
And your other big numbers, Howard, were 23% of people found you insincere.
Right.
But 20% of people found you influential.
Type in Bin Laden.
He did better with honesty.
I was going to say, like...
He did better with sexiness.
I mean, that's surprising to me because your numbers couldn't be any worse there. Really.
No, it's very, very bad. It's very bad for me. It's probably just about as bad as it gets.
That's retarded.
Well, at least people have a definite opinion of me. Let's go to Steve Langford, who wants to give us an update of what's going on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Steve, what's on your mind, and what have you been covering in the Howard 100 news?
Just some of the stories we're working on in the Howard 100 newsroom. Breaking news. The operators of the broken vending machine that a very hungry Artie Lang growled at earlier today Telling Howard 100 News reporter Lisa G they have decided to present Artie Lang with a key to the vending machine.
Wow.
Oh. Well, that's like a key to the city or something.
I mean, but that's like giving a heroin addict control of Afghanistan. I mean, what are you kidding me? He's not. Is he going to have to pay for his food, or are they just going to give him the key? And he's going to abuse it.
That's free then. No.
That's crazy.
It's unclear at that point in terms of paying or not. But Artie can actually open the vending machine and get his paws on the snacks, whether or not the vending machine is actually working properly.
Wow. Good for you,
I don't know
Artie.
if this is a good thing.
No, listen, people trying to help him.
Give me a key and I can sell the candy to Artie.
See, that's a Jew.
That's cockiness, for sure. All right, Steve, anything else?
I'm defending my title.
Also today, Howard 100 News honored to get mentioned in a new book about revolutionary changes sweeping the news media today. Renowned media reporter Howard Kurtz, in his latest book called Reality Show, Inside the Last Great Television News War, writing that among the myriad choices people enjoy today, Howard 100 News on Howard Stern's new Sirius radio channel.
Really?
We take that as an endorsement and say thank you to Howard Kurtz.
Congratulations to the news department.
Yes.
I know Mr. Kurtz is a very respected journalist and certainly an analyzer of journalism. And for you people to place very high up in his book, it's a supreme honor. Congratulations to the Howard 100 News.
Sweet.
And what else?
Also today, Double A's DUI drama. Double A pleading guilty, avoiding jail time, but reportedly slapped with a $500 fine.
What is wrong with him?
50 hours of community service and likely revocation of his driver's license for 3 to 6 months.
Do you drive at all, Gilbert? Did you ever get a license?
No.
Do you think that's unusual? Seriously?
Yes, it's retarded.
I mean, did you want the freedom to drive and go places? Why do you think you never learned?
One arm hanging out over the side of the door.
No, but I mean, why do you think you never learned? I mean, it's in a way, it keeps you very infantile. You can't even drive around. Does your wife do all the driving in the family?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Why don't you take some driving lessons?
I should.
Yeah, you won't do it.
Yeah. That'll be a whole separate show we could do. Yes.
I'd watch that.
Me taking a driving lessons.
Are you uncoordinated? Is that the problem? Why did you never learn, honestly?
Do you feel silly having your wife drive you everywhere?
No. Sometimes I walk.
I would guess what happened is you were a high school dropout. And perhaps you never got driver's ed. Is that what happened?
Yeah, I'm stupid on all counts.
All right. Did you ever try to learn? Did you ever take a class? Did you ever?
Not really. I've had people try to teach me stuff, and other people have jumped out of the car while I was trying.
Sad. What else? Anything else, Steve?
Also, Comedy Central's cartoon series Drawn Together, giving a literal shout-out to The Stern Show and the very roots of this show's most celebrated slogan, in a spoof showing cartoon characters in a live breaking news situation. Baba Louie jumping up and down in front of the news camera yelling, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
Nice. Great. Wonderful, yes.
Also, Jackie's Joke Hunt, tonight, 7 Eastern, Howard 101, and at midnight, smooth-talking spaceman Riley Martin. If you see Stern News, we want to know about it. Call the Howard 100 News tip line, 877-33-SIRIUS, choose channel 100, or email us at howard100news@sirius-radio.com.
That's right, smooth-talking newsman to smooth-talking wrap-up show host. Thank you, Steve. Let's go to John Hine, 11 o'clock. Today, he'll have the wrap-up show. What are you going to be discussing over there, Johnny?
Well, Howard, you had to remind Beth that you're no mind reader, and Robin and Artie reminded you that watching Tell Me You Love Me and taking a bath means that she wants sex.
Right.
We'll discuss how everybody reacted to your predicament, if there's anything you could have done differently, plus if anybody here feels comfortable with their ladies having friends who are the opposite sex.
Right.
Plus, Michael Douglas wasn't wild about Gary Garver interviewing him, his dad, or anyone else at his charity event. We'll discuss the different reactions Gary Garver always gets, how Michael Douglas tried to get his dad out of harm's way, and if there's a line that Gary won't cross in some of the more memorable interviews that he's done.
Thank you.
Plus, Gary Delabate spoke to Ellen DeGeneres' publicist to let us know that Ellen really does care about dogs, but Howard wants to talk directly to Ellen herself about the real problem that she has.
Must be something wrong with her. You've been following this controversy?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she might have done this a bunch of times with these dogs. Why, she doesn't know she doesn't like dogs? She can't figure it out.
Yeah, it's like, she didn't realize that she couldn't keep the dog there.
No, she's done this multiple times. I mean, there's obviously an emotional problem there.
And then also, how much research did this company do before giving her the dog?
Well,
they just said she's Ellen.
Yeah, she's Ellen.
Her,
Sure, they think this was. If I was a nice home, she's a wealthy woman, she probably, at the very least, she could get some help with the dog, but she can't handle it, and she doesn't know it, right? I mean, what is there to discuss? Go ahead, John.
Well, we're going to debate if Ellen would actually come on the show to talk about this.
She would never come on, but she should. She should come on. I would straighten her out.
Oh, she knows she can't stand up to the scrutiny.
I would just ask her a few questions and get the straight answers from her.
It's like you said before. She won't go anywhere where they're going to question her or argue with her about it.
That's right.
It's like they're going to bow down to her now.
Exactly. Thank you, Gilbert.
Yeah, she's a lesbian Oprah, unless Oprah is too.
Who knows?
Yes.
Plus the guy who got struck by lightning twice, including once in his ass, the broken vending machine, is Eric the Midget getting played, how Gilbert always customizes his jokes, and everything else that happened on today's show we'll cover on the wrap-up
Very
show.
good. Thank you, John Hein. We look forward to that. It's always a great show, always a lot of controversy on the wrap-up show every day with John Hein at 11 o'clock. Jennifer, you're on the air in New York City. Go ahead, Jennifer.
Hey, Howard. I just wanted to let you know that I was at that Cynics conference where Gilbert was thrown off the stage.
What was it like? So there you were. I guess you work for the company Cynics?
Well, I do business with them.
Right.
I buy from them, so they invite me down every year.
Were you surprised when you saw Gilbert Gottfried was booked as the corporate entertainment?
Absolutely. As a long-time Howard Stern listener, I think he's hysterical on your show. But stand-up, I didn't think he would be so good.
Really?
Is that right?
So Gilbert came out, and and Cynics, I guess, is a very conservative company.
I don't know if it's so conservative. I mean, maybe there's a few in there that are conservative. Mm-hmm. You're down in Greenville, South Carolina.
Right.
So you got people from all over the United States. But I have to say, Gilbert looked like he was on something. He looked like he was stoned. His eyes were all glassy. I mean, I was only 3 tables back.
What was it like when you saw Gilbert getting dragged off the stage by a man? And
I really felt bad for him. That was the wrong thing to do.
Were you embarrassed for him?
Embarrassed? Yeah, I was embarrassed.
How do you think his family felt?
Listen, he had all kinds of jokes about gays, about Jews, about Christ. Listen, I meet 2 out of the 3 requirements, and I was not offended at all.
Right.
And I think that he was just not funny, and they just ran right up there and said, Gilbert, you're done. Get off the stage.
I mean, I've seen Gilbert
looked at him dumbfounded.
I've seen Gilbert on stage. He kills. I don't understand. Maybe it was the environment.
How could he have not been funny?
Impossible.
He really wasn't that funny.
Well, you realize stand-up is his career, right?
I know that, but I think he may have been good, in his younger days.
Oh.
On your show, he's one of the best guests you have on your show. I've been listening since '84, so
he's terrific.
Hysterical, but stand-up, he'd have
that's how he makes his living.
His routine.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. She's confounded that this is how you make your living.
Howard, listen, I saw you at a party once. You were very funny, but radio is just not your thing.
No. All right, let's go to Robin Quivers, who has all the news. Robin, come on. So sexy, my Robin. Robin's a bit of a comedian groupie. Comedian groupie. Yeah.
So I hear. I heard that.
Yeah, you know Jim Florentine?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a comic. You probably work with him. She's dating him, believe it or not.
So she actually went all the way.
Not yet.
No?
No, I don't think so. But
no,
he did.
Still a virgin.
He made out with her.
See, Gilbert, all these years, you should have just made your move.
Yeah.
Oh, Robin would have never gone out with Gilbert. I wouldn't stand for it.
You wouldn't allow it.
I would not. You'd be out of your mind. What is in the news?
You wouldn't take Bobo's job, driving instructor?
A driving instructor with a bad wig? So the kids could tug on it? Yeah.
Yesterday was my first day of retirement.
Well, how'd it go?
Good, man. Just working a few days a week.
What are you doing now on those few days?
Cutting his wife's body down after she hung herself?
I work in the safety, and then the rest of the time I just hang out.
All right, let's go to John. John Kishman Tuchazoran. Hi, you're on the air.
Howard.
Yes.
why do you ask that midget retard limo driver any medical questions?
Well, actually,
you mean Gilbert?
I wasn't asking Ronnie a medical question. I was saying he had kidney stones, and I know he hasn't had one attack since he changed his diet around and he listened to the doctor. So I'm suggesting that maybe Gary needs to do that.
Didn't he get divorced and having more sex now? That has something to do with it?
No, I don't think it's that. I think he actually changed his diet around. I mean, I'm not kidding you. I know it has to do something with that.
Well, what?
I think pussy helps, doesn't it?
I don't know.
Pussy helps everything, man, except kidney stones.
That could actually make a kidney stone move.
It's fun.
You'd get in trouble.
Do you think it could?
It's fun to pass a kidney stone into a pussy.
Yeah, I love to bukkake a chick and have my stones come out.
Yeah, she got battered in the face with my stones.
Those who have never sinned, bukkake the first stone.
Mike, go ahead.
I would pass it into the palm of my hand.
Go ahead, Mike. Real quick, and then we'll get to John, and then we'll get to Robin.
Into a blow-up doll.
Hi. I mean, the last time I bukkake a chick and passed the stone, I broke her nose.
What were the damages?
Go ahead.
She looked like Rihanna.
I got arrested.
What here?
Artie, shut the up.
Okay, buddy, I'm sorry.
Holy Artie, are you back on coke?
Yeah.
Artie,
tell your mom thanks for selling it to me.
All right, let's go to John Hine. John, you're on the air with your, what do you call it, wrap-up show every day at 11 o'clock. Everyone loves the wrap-up show.
That guy's mom sold me coke while she was blowing me.
Did you ever go on the wrap-up show?
Yes.
You've been on it.
Yes.
So you know what an excellent host John Hine is.
It's very exciting.
Talk about your experience.
It was quite an honor.
You got on there and John would ask you questions and then you would answer them? Is that how it worked? Was that the format?
It was so exciting.
You can imagine what it's going to be like when you do your first Letterman.
Go ahead, John.
African-American Penn State student Aisha and
By African-American, you mean...
No.
Stop it. Stop it.
It's not necessary. You're a brilliant
It
comment.
really isn't necessary.
Go ahead.
I'm going to leave.
And Spearmint Rhino dancer Stacy were both approved for Playboy, but only after split decisions from our esteemed panel of judges, Ralph, Ham Hands Bill, and Amy Fisher's husband, Lou Bellera.
By the way, Gilbert was taking pictures with the girls. I think he was having a good time. You like taking pictures with those Playboy girls, right?
Sure, it's the closest I can get to a woman.
Yeah, you look very happy.
Yes.
He hopped, too. He jumped right off that couch.
I saw that.
But I think to them it was that kind of thing. They had a picture taken with you, and then it's like, oh, he's there. I guess
They seem to be genuinely excited by your presence.
Hey, why do you have on Adam Rich from 8 is Enough?
What else you got going on?
We'll discuss the judging and examine the controversial decisions, how Ham Hands Bill showed his sensitive side and had a plethora of suggestions for judging the girls, how Ralph broke out the laser pointer and spotted flip-flops during his critique, if there's any contestant that Lou would ever give a thumbs up to, and was he getting upset by Artie's comments, and has Howard put an end to the Ganji credo of always having the girls wear solid-color swimsuits.
Yeah, by the way, I checked with Doug Goodstein on that. He says there's absolutely no rule that the girls have to wear solid swimsuits. He doesn't even know where Ganji got that from, so...
Ganji has to wear solid swimsuits.
Yeah, from now on. Yeah. What else?
Plus, Gary is out today getting his stone removed with the camera up his penis. Howard is pissed he didn't get tape from the end of last night's debate between John the Stutterer and High Register Sean. Ben Stern continues to give Howard lessons on the New York Times and Gary's appearances on TV. Howard knows he couldn't be a late-night TV talk show host because there would be no guests on his program. Jackie has an iPhone app, doesn't know why he doesn't want to be roasted, and disputes that he always gives an automatic no.
The reason Jackie doesn't want to be roasted, it's because it's our show. Robin hit it on the head. Robin, say what you said.
Oh, God, that was so many hours ago.
Do you even remember?
That Jackie, oh, God, now...
You hit it so perfectly.
I know.
Jackie was a comedian who was here for 17 years.
I remember Jackie. I'm trying to remember what I said about Jackie.
That
I don't want to be roasted.
Jackie just likes to say no to us. That wasn't what you said.
Fuck Howard. I'm not doing it for you.
Right, I'm not doing it for you. In other words, Jackie would be roasted in a sewer. With the shittiest comments on the planet. He would do anything. Right, Jackie?
Hardly comedians.
Jackie would do, like, a movie if a guy took out a video camera and wrote a script on a garbage bag. Jackie would do that.
In fact, he was just in a movie with a bunch of whackpackers.
Yeah. But if I ask him to do anything, he goes, I'm not doing that for you.
I'm much bigger without Howard. Howard, I'm so much bigger without him.
He played a diner last night.
He was holding me back.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, it's something about when I ask him to do something, he doesn't like it.
I'm not doing that for you.
I'm not doing that for you.
You know, I wake up every morning thanking God I'm not on the show.
All right, what else?
I actually heard him say that.
If Jackie got roasted, the only comics, you're right, the only comics that would show up would be like shitty female comedians. Like Elaine Boozler or Dane Cook.
I think he has something with me that he doesn't want to do it for me.
Right, because like you said, if it was the Friars or anybody else calling, he'd go, oh, sure. Right. But the moment your name is in, it's like, no.
Yeah.
You know, on my radio show, I get much more listeners.
What else you got there, Johnny?
Gilbert is now the proud father of 2, and at first was unsure if his kids were both girls, but he knows they won't stop going to school and head over to the library as he did, and everything else that happened on today's show we cover on the wrap.
All right, thanks a lot, John. Now it's time for Robin's News, or do I need to break first, Fred?
We probably should do a little break.
All right, little break, Robin. That'll give you a little extra prep time.
All right.
We'll come back.
It's the breaks that were the worst part of Howard's show. That's what's killing his ratings.
See Gilbert Gottfried this Thursday night at 8 o'clock at Caroline's on Broadway in Manhattan. For tickets, go to carolines.com. For additional tour dates, go to gilbertgottfried.com. We'll be back right after. Yeah. I understand Ganji's out there. I do want to ask him, why did he tell the girls they have to wear solid bikinis?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Where does that all happen? Why would you tell these girls they need to wear solid color bikinis?
Here's what it comes down to.
I mean, this is a modern 2009.
Yeah, so here's what it comes down to.
The camera on my computer can shoot multicolored bikinis. We can't shoot multicolored bikinis.
Here's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Tight stripes, moire, right? So,
get out of here.
Speaking English.
Mike Ganji, moron.
They make a pattern that looks. Wait, you're not even listening to me. Let me explain.
What you're saying.
You asked me to come in and explain, so let me explain.
Oh, boy.
Until we heard you.
Listen, it was an old rule that just kind of was always in effect.
Right.
It was one of those things. It was from
the
a long
30s.
Time.
Yeah.
It wasn't from the 30s. It was from when we were on regular TV.
How come Doug doesn't know about it?
Doug doesn't know about it.
Everybody knows about it, but they're all liars, and
things don't moire in HD. The show is shot in HD. First of all, it's a bikini. It's a tiny little piece of fabric.
It's not like a big shirt.
Yeah.
So, but you think DePace would have said something 3 years ago when we were in HD, you know? And
but Ganji,
anyway, listen,
you think you know about TV?
I could care less anymore.
No,
I don't give a shit. They can wear a suit of armor.
I know you want to. I'm going to tell you what goes on.
That's a worse suggestion.
I want to tell you.
I got to tell you. No. Before you say anything, listen.
Here's what goes on.
Just listen for a second.
I know you want to be a No, you listen to me because you need to learn.
It wasn't my rule. It was something that the technical crew had asked me to convey to everybody
100 years ago.
Yeah, so it was 100. So Will happened to follow along with those rules for a long time. It's not like every day I go to Will. Hey, make sure. Will, when was the last time I said you actually do it? No, I'm not shutting up. When was the last time I actually physically said, hey, make sure somebody doesn't wear stripes? It was an old rule. It was part of don't wear logos, don't wear tight stripes. It was an old rule. Right. It just never went anywhere.
I listened to you. Will you listen to me?
Yeah.
Okay. You desperately want to be an expert.
I'm not trying to be an expert. I was passing along somebody else's request. Right. That's it.
Okay. I know you want to be a big television guy.
Okay.
There's also something with logos. He doesn't want a logo on the bikini. Meanwhile, bikinis don't have a logo.
But listen, it's the one people that we actually call and tell them what to wear. So it's the one time,
listen to me.
You know,
I know
otherwise
you want you know what it is? If I was you, I'd want to seem like I knew something. I would be the same way. I understand where you're at.
Ganji de Cordova.
He wants to seem like he's really in TV.
The fact is, listen, we're all learning about TV here. None of us here know about TV.
Of course.
You know what I mean? It's a joke.
Right.
It's a joke. You get it? It's a goof.
Right. I get it.
I get it.
We're all a joke.
We're a step above a guy holding a handheld camera. You understand?
I get it.
All right. You don't know anything about TV. You know what I know. We both watch TV.
Right. I know that bikini's moire.
Gilbert, you know that?
You say that I don't know anything about TV, but I know that bikini's moire.
Listen, Ganji, less is more.
Listen, I know Gilbert equals ratings death. That's what I know.
You know, it's funny.
Don't you open your mouth to me! Bikinis more on camera!
It's funny. One of the guys came in here.
Sounds like Martha Ray.
One of the guys came in here and said to me during the commercial, you know, bikinis more. So I guess somebody said bikinis more back there. Now everyone bikinis more.
What does it mean, by the way?
If you see stripes on old television shows,
get crazy
because it wasn't
so blurry.
No, they would appear to be moving in a sense.
When something's too tight, a pattern's too tight, it jumps around.
Have you ever watched the old Sid Caesar show?
Yeah, on the Jackie Gleason show.
Ganji learned the word more somewhere, and now he's Mr. More. In fact, you know what? From now on, Mr. More. From now on,
maybe you don't know about TV, but I know all about how bikinis more.
From now on, your name is More. It's no longer Ganji. You've got a new name.
You're not Ganji. You're More.
It's the new Baba Booey.
Like I watch Ganji because, you know,
I'm a big More.
I like Ganji, but I watch what he's doing. And Ganji even likes to use television terms.
He came in here to show everything.
Ganji uses television terms like, I'll hear him go, that's a hard out.
What's that mean, Ganji?
What does that
mean? It meant that was the last possible time that we could be in that place.
Can't you just say we have to be done at 9 o'clock?
No, it's a hard out.
Everybody else understood what I meant.
It's a hard out, More.
I can't get a hard out.
What other television terms do you use?
I'm having trouble getting a hard out.
What else do you have?
I need Viagra. I can't get a hard out.
How about mosaic? You want that as a good one?
Mosaic?
Yeah, mosaic.
What does that refer to?
That's when we blur something. When you see something blurred.
Okay, so you know
I don't know what a mosaic is, so don't tell me I don't know TV.
All right, so you know some television terms, and I respect that. I like that you're learning words.
I know TV. I watched one day at a time.
I like that you're learning words. You know. Would you ever consider putting a mosaic on a More baby?
Well, if it was that bad, maybe we might have to.
Without a logo.
And I know I've heard you use the word jump cut. I hear you around.
It's a jump cut. I know what a jump cut is.
And Ganji can't even jump.
See, what happens, too, Ganji was complaining about. If something does More, then Ganji's got to go in and mosaic and it takes him more time, and he doesn't spend the time
that's somebody wore a big logo.
First of all,
logo.
I haven't heard the word More since the Queer Eye guys took me out.
All right, Ganji, I respect what you're saying. I think we're past it.
Just tell the girls to wear a hot bikini.
You feel safe saying that the girls can wear whatever bikini they want.
Absolutely.
Okay, because
except if they wear a big logo. They can't wear a big logo.
They can wear whatever they want as long as I get a hard out.
You won't restrict them anymore.
Right,
no logos.
All right, we've had our fun.
No logo.
And I respect what you do.
Did you have fun, Gan?
Yeah.
Go to the Lincoln Tunnel and get me a
All right, do me a favor. Put stripes on Ganji's.
I used to watch Dinosaur.
Let's put stripes on Ganji's bald spot.
Ganji is such a bore.
All right, let's get to Robin in the news. Robin, go ahead.
I need Robin's milk in my mouth each day till chocolate milk begins to spray. Don't just keep your wreck to yourself. There's God for me.
All right, I had enough. Okay, let's get to news.
This is how they introduced Katie Couric.
All right, let's get to Robin, who has some important news.
Susan Boyle, the woman who became world famous after her first appearance on Britain's Got Talent.
She
is now in a mental hospital.
I love that show drove her nuts.
She finished second.
You know, you realize how well...
And then they had to take her right to the loony bin.
You realize how well Gilbert handles fame. He never had to go to the loony bin. Yeah.
Listening to her was a real chore, eh?
In treatment for exhaustion. The sun tablet described her condition as an emotional breakdown. So there you go. She almost walked off the show before
she can walk.
It was over.
That would have been a hard off.
That's true. So you're learning television service.
She don't give you a hard on, but she'll give you a hard off.
Gilbert, we need a hard off.
So we wish her well.
We may need the jib.
She stands to make a lot of money. She's world famous already. Get it together, lady.
I think that she's not going to make as much money as people think because they're starting to realize that she's a disturbing, sort of looking woman.
Well, this is,
with an emotional problem. And, yeah, she can sing well, but so can a lot of people.
Gilbert's world famous. He don't make shit.
There's no money in this world fame.
No.
Yeah, talk to Amy Fisher.
Are you...
She kind of strikes me like Jim Neighbors.
Right. Right. It's a weird thing. The reason we are so fascinated with her, I pointed this out yesterday, you're exactly right, that you see this horrible-looking woman step on stage, and you assume she can't sing, and then she suddenly sings well, and she sings this bizarre operatic kind of stuff like Jim Neighbors used to do.
It's like, I don't think anybody thinks
beautifully.
Yeah.
There's nothing beautiful about her except his voice.
Right.
Like, I don't think anyone who knows music is honoring the works of Jim Neighbors when he sings.
By the way, you're wrong, Gilbert, and it's very relevant. MTV's doing a huge Jim Neighbors weekend.
Well, that's right after that Frank Fontaine.
Because he would come out... He would come out as like a retard, this Jim Neighbors, and then suddenly he was, gone from Gomer Pyle to a guy who could sing.
Right, it was Gomer Pyle.
Frank Fontaine used to do that when he was crazy.
Crazy Guggenheim.
Why don't you sing for us, Crazy?
Gilbert.
Okay, Joe. In hurries the bonnet.
Then you go, oh, this guy's great.
Crazy Guggenheim.
Yes.
The dichotomy.
Have you watched television since 1958?
Yeah, Gilbert.
Watch anything now.
Gilbert's gonna do that impression on the Hills.
What do you watch on TV now? Do you watch it at all?
No, I bring out my kinescopes.
Come here, Max. Watch Jack Parr.
Apparently, when Gilbert was hiding out in the library, there was no television set. All right, Robin, what else is in the news?
Well, Max, look, Zero Mostel's doing a special.
Are you pissed off about the Obama's date night in New York?
Yes, don't say that.
Am I pissed off about it?
Because do you realize they went to a restaurant here, and everyone at the restaurant had to be searched?
I didn't know that.
And then they went to a show, and everyone at the show had to be searched.
That happens when I go to shows.
Let me ask you something.
But ask the president.
Okay.
You can't search me. Ask the president.
They don't have... In other words, if I'm at a restaurant and the president shows up, I don't know the president's coming. So even if I want to be a kook and I want to do something to the president, how would I know to plan that?
Max would be so kind as to tell me what the specials are.
I was saying this to somebody the other day, and then it occurred to me, but then you got these random nutcases like...
They don't got chicken here!
The song parody man who carry knives in their regular lives.
I thought this was less miserable.
I'll have the watermelon salad.
I can't hear a thing.
Who the hell is Frankie Valley?
All right, well, let's move on.
The show's been officially hijacked. All right, go ahead.
Why is Sandra Bullock doing her first nude scene at 44?
Who the hell knows?
Cause she a white woman.
That's what they do. There's the white devil.
No,
what is the
when
movie?
these girls are starlets, they don't do nude scenes.
It's called another Sandra Bullock movie.
It's called The Proposal.
Yeah, that sounds great.
It opens June 19th.
Do you think she has a good body?
She said she hit the gym.
Yeah.
And worked out.
She ain't got no ass.
So who knows? But this is, she's now taking off her clothes to get people to come to the movie.
So would you say it's because she is older that she needs to do something to boost up the box office? She might be smelling the end. Is that the kind of thing?
I tend to think that whenever they start leading with the nudity as their promotion, that the movie sucks.
Sometimes when people get desperate, they get naked. In fact, Gilbert is naked on the couch right now.
She ain't done nothing good since Hope Floats.
Are you a Sandra Bullock fan, Gilbert?
What this gets me is that every single actress who is against nudity After they've had a few kids and their career's in trouble, then they start going,
So you are angry about this?
Yes, I'm very angry.
Right. Listen, you've got to calm down.
Yes, I can't stand it any
You're
longer.
the father of two.
No, I'm angry.
I don't want to send you to the loony bin.
Somebody better kill that white woman. Kill that naked white woman.
She was good in the Sisters of the Ya-Ya Brotherhood, but that's the last thing she did that with any good.
Okay. Wow, this is the best movie since Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
Sisterhood under the Tuscan sun.
Move for Elliot Spitzer to come out and start doing interviews. The timing was not right.
Now, Spitzer's a black man.
Elliot Spitzer is now in the paper again, and why? Because they're wrapping up that Madam's case.
Right.
Well, hello there, Madam.
And now they're revealing that he used a lot of hookers. Ashley Dupree wasn't his only hooker, and he took hookers to at least 3 states.
Can I bring your carriage around, Madam?
I got to make water.
Oh, my God. This is great.
That's right. What can I tell you?
I tried to take you to the stove, Miss Daisy.
Yeah. Go ahead. You were saying.
Anyway, so now they're detailing that he used a lot of hookers. He had an elaborate way of paying because he wanted to hide who he was. And the woman actually recognized him from television. She didn't know who Client 9 was.
Yeah, that's the coolest guy ever.
And one day she's watching the news, and there's the guy who likes to have shits and socks giving a press conference as the governor.
Shits and socks?
Holy
mackerel!
You mean he takes his shirt off?
So anyway, they are saying he used a lot of hookers, not just Ashley Dupree.
He puts cocks in socks?
No, I didn't say that.
He puts cocks in Ashley Dupree.
Yeah. Anyway, this woman took it upon herself to do a survey of some of the bigger chain restaurants to see how they're doing in terms of...
You mean like Popeyes?
Let's go see the specials at Red Lobster.
Oh, I'm the president.
They got fresh shrimp.
What the woman discovered was you can, in one meal at a TGI Fridays or a Red Lobster...
That's too fancy for me.
All right. Gilbert, thank you. We get it. We got the joke. Go ahead.
She said you could have all the calories for one day in one meal.
We got it, Gilbert. You do a perfect impression of the president.
She said that what used to happen when you go to some of these restaurants is you could order the chicken parmesan or the macaroni and cheese or something else.
Mom.
Fried chicken parmesan.
Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Thank you. You're killing.
All right.
You're killing.
Now, she says,
We're killing you?
all three of those will be on your plate.
No
kidding. But that's what they're doing. They give you 3 entrees and breadsticks and a salad.
Okay.
So they're literally killing you when you go to the restaurant. She says there's no limit to the deep fat frying, the cheese covering everything.
What the f*** is with you, man?
Give me that deep fried frying.
Robin, could you do a story about Lester?
The mayor of Los Angeles seems to have they have, some people have a type of woman they like. Yeah. He likes
white
women. His name is...
Who doesn't?
Good Lord, help me. Antonio Villagaragos.
Yeah.
And
you know who's a hot white woman? Tony Fields.
He's dating a Los Angeles television reporter, and that's 2 years after an extramarital affair with another local newscaster ended his 20-year marriage. Right. So he's hooked up with another newscaster. Just an interesting thing that goes on with him.
Right.
Conan O'Brien did his last show last night.
Thank God.
It may be more
his first and last. So what happened on his first show?
His first show last night.
Right.
Taking over the reins of The Tonight Show from Jay Leno. And during the first minutes of the show, he took time to thank his predecessor, 1-4.
All right. That's very generous of him.
1-4.
Hold on. 1-4 it is.
I want to acknowledge somebody, a very good friend of mine, a true gentleman, a very gracious man, a man who hosted this show for 17 years, took very good care of this franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, let's all give it up for Mr. Jay Leno. He did
So he gave Jay a shout-out.
Still really odd to me that whole transition went down when Jay was #1 in the ratings. I'll never even understand that.
I think this is going to go down in history as one of those real boneheaded moves.
Do you think it's going to, the ratings are going to go down?
I don't know what's going to happen. Look, it just seemed like they made the decision and then immediately afterwards went, "Oh, I think we did something stupid."
You mean like Gary deciding to book you today?
Do you watch those shows? You don't watch the late night shows, do you?
No.
Not even when you're on? No. All right.
He doesn't watch free TV?
No.
Will Ferrell was the first guest, and he sang a song last night, 1-5.
All right. Let's hear that.
Though I try to hide my feelings, they always seem to show. Then you try to say you're leaving, and I always have to say no. Tell me why.
Can we stop it? What? It's just odd to me that this is not a goodbye show. This is the first show, the first Tonight Show. It's Conan O'Brien. It's not a. No. Look, it's a goodbye.
Don't get me wrong. I'm pulling for you, man. Yeah. But this whole thing's a crapshoot at best. You know?
All right. Maybe he's right. I wonder what's going to happen there.
Well,
I don't know.
Now we get to see.
Why do you bail on a show that's #1? It's weird.
That's the weirdest thing.
Here we go.
As president, I would never bail on the show. All
right.
I'm the #1 man in the country.
John Hine did a little survey. We were reading Linda Stacy's review.
Right.
And he did a survey of around the country. And apparently Conan got all positive reviews except for Linda.
Right.
For his first show. So there you go. So good luck, Conan. It's now your era.
It's no Soul Train.
Criticism has already emerged over President Obama's plan to rescue General Motors. At the National Press Club in Washington, former Vice President Dick Cheney says politics will likely interfere with decisions necessary for the company.
How come this Dick Cheney's come to life all of a sudden? You don't hear from him for 8 years. You never.
He's everywhere.
What's going on? I don't understand it.
I think because the Republican Party is in such disarray.
They have nobody to speak out.
Absolutely. My girlfriend's name is Disarray.
They're in disamore.
All these political pressures come to bear. And decisions begin to be made not for economic reasons or for business reasons, but rather to appease certain political interest.
The vice president or former vice president says that General Motors would be better served by going through bankruptcy without the help of the government. He also came out and changed his position on gay marriage.
Funny how that works when you have a gay daughter. Like the only time the guy can kind of come out with something that's fairly reasonable is because his own daughter's gay. That's the only reason.
But it's not even like that. He kept that stance until he got out of office.
Right.
So he didn't even care about his kid as long as he's in office.
Yeah, I mean, when he could have done something about it and spoken out about it when he was the vice president, that he wouldn't do. So now he gets out of office and he has a change of heart.
2-4.
All right. Let's hear that. He all of a sudden woke up. This guy, Dick Cheney, you couldn't find him. They didn't even know there was a vice president. You know, for a while they were afraid there was no vice president.
Now it's all right if his daughter marries a gay guy.
It's unbelievable to me that this guy woke up on the one issue because his daughter's gay. She probably pounded the shit out of him at home. He probably couldn't take it anymore.
I hope.
Believe me.
Well, I think, freedom means freedom for everyone. And
look at this guy.
Suddenly.
As many of you know, one of my daughters is gay. And something that we've lived with for a long time in our family.
She's the one daughter I'm willing to send to Afghanistan.
That's why you started the Iraq War, so we could send her off.
Honey, I'm getting a lot of shit. You have to go.
He did say that these are state issues and not federal issues, so the federal government should stay out of it. Meanwhile, same-sex marriage advocates are making their push again here in New York. The sixth state in the nation to legalize gay marriage, or that's what we would be if New York passes such legislation.
Right.
Governor David Patterson says he'll continue to lobby for it. 110.
All right, 110. Our governor, hold on.
I'll be going back to Albany later, and we're down to the last 3 weeks of session. So I will be talking to state legislators about that and all the other pieces of legislation we'd like to see passed this year.
I hope it passes, because in 18 years I'd love to see Michael Jackson's son Prince marry Max Gottfried.
Now, Gilbert, would you be upset if any of your children were gay?
If.
Would you care? You feel they're already gay?
Absolutely. Hello, how's your son-in-law?
We'll see what happens with
Gilbert not saying anything.
No, he doesn't want to think about it.
Yeah,
you don't know
too
from that.
Scary.
Yeah, you don't know from that. Yeah. If your son came home and said, Dad, look, I have to talk to you, I'm gay, you just would say, look, I don't want to talk about that.
You'd say, suck my cock.
Well, I'm just hoping he has a drug overdose before then. Yes.
Your baby hasn't had any gay tendencies yet.
Yes.
Has he had a drug addiction yet?
All right, let's go back to Robin. Robin, anything else in the news?
Yes, that Air France flight that disappeared off the radar yesterday. Yes. Several countries have joined.
Where'd that plane be at?
How does Gilbert get commercial work and we can't?
Have joined the search to try to find what happened. They think that because that area has so many storms, that it was hit by lightning, and that probably caused the electrical problem that took the plane down. The president of France had to meet with the family members and say, we don't think we're going to find anybody.
Good Lord.
Yesterday.
I hate flying. You don't like flying, do you?
Oh, no.
Are you scared when you're on a plane?
Nah, stories like this, where it just disappears, that's too scary.
Like your career.
Yeah.
No reason for it.
We can't locate Gilbert Gottfried's career.
It got hit by lightning.
President of France is meeting with your family.
Yes.
What else, Robin?
But anyway, they say they think they found some debris.
Some debris.
And they will be trying to determine, what actually went on. So, bad story there. I don't, that is a scary plane story. The plane just disappeared.
Right.
Disappeared.
Hundreds turned out for a rally in New York's Union Square last night to remember a prominent Kansas abortion doctor who was shot to death this weekend. Planned Parenthood staged the event to pay respect to Dr. George Tiller, who ran one of the 3 late-term abortion clinics in the nation. Here's New York City Council Speaker Christine Quinn, who attended the rally and spoke about the doctor.
It's unbelievably important that we stand here tonight and we thank him. We send our prayers to his family, and we send a message to the horrible criminal people who did this.
The 67-year-old Tiller had been attacked several times in the past, including having his clinic bombed in 1985. They're now saying the man who perpetrated this crime has mental problems, which surprises no one.
Right.
But his family said they never thought he'd take it that far.
Yeah.
They bombed the guy.
What else you got?
How long are you supposed to stay out of work when you discover that your wife has cancer? I mean, this is an issue.
Yeah. A day and a half.
I mean, really. I mean, when John Edwards was running for president, you thought it was ridiculous that he should continue his campaign after announcing that his wife had a recurrence of her breast cancer.
Yeah, it was crazy because he's got young kids and stuff, and then all of a sudden now you find out that he was having an affair and everything. So it makes sense.
Might as well have stayed away from home.
Right. In fact, that's why he stayed away. But most guys, if you're running for president and you're a United States senator, and then you find out your wife's having cancer, and it's like, in fact, it's the kind of cancer that's going to kill you, which was a pretty strong indication. It seems to me that you might be needed at home for a couple of, maybe running for president isn't a good idea. Maybe you drop out.
So what if you do something else?
Right.
Like you're not running for president.
All right, give me an example. What are you referring to?
You play golf.
If you play golf, well, the guy's probably got to make a living.
Well, that might relax.
He's incredibly wealthy.
He is? Who are we talking about?
Phil Mickelson.
He's a big-time golfer?
He's the #2 golfer in the world.
Okay. Yeah. And his wife has cancer?
Yeah, just announced that she's developed cancer.
What kind of cancer?
I think it's breast cancer.
Right,
she's hot, too.
So maybe that's the kind of cancer where I mean, you're dealing with it, but he could still go back to work. Yeah, I would say he could wait a week.
Well, he did wait a week.
That seems appropriate, right? I mean, you got to work.
You got to work.
You mean suddenly you don't need money because...
Listen.
He's got small kids.
That could go on for years and years.
Listen, God forbid if it ever happened in the Pacers family. If Scott's golfing a week later, that's but if he's directing here...
But cancer like that, that can be an ongoing problem. I think it's appropriate to go back to work after a week.
Sure.
Maybe it even help you forget about
it. Her surgery won't be scheduled until late June or perhaps July.
Okay.
Mickelson will play 2 events.
What were you thinking?
His schedule will be dictated by his wife's health, he said.
He's playing the Yay, My Wife's Got Cancer Open.
Were you thinking it was inappropriate?
I'm just wondering. I don't know for sure. I'm like, you had this strong reaction to John Edwards continuing on.
Right.
This is the guy who talks to the right?
It's two different stories. Yes. You got one guy who's running for president of the United States. It's tremendously debilitating to go out on the road. His wife's dying of cancer.
Yeah.
That's one scenario. Yeah, I think he should have dropped out of that because that's a huge commitment.
Mm-hmm.
But a guy who golfs for a living
doesn't need the money.
Okay, doesn't need the money, but his wife's got breast cancer. They're dealing with it. He stays home for a week. He's gonna after the golf game, he can come back home and deal with it. I mean, he didn't have to be at her side every minute.
Tournaments are out away.
It's
they're
okay.
Away.
He could wait a week, and it's breast cancer, and he'll be there. He'll be around. I'd say a week is appropriate.
It's not as bad as if his girlfriend gets cancer.
All right, I just want to check on these things because I never
John
know how
Edwards
they
was
should be
saying.
Handled.
John Edwards was saying, while my wife is dying, I want to run the country. It seemed ridiculous.
That's correct, I think. Yeah, that's weird.
It's okay to play golf, not run the country.
Well, I mean, golf is the guy's career.
If it f***s up this guy Phil, it f***s up his golf game. John Edwards is going to run the country while his wife's dying of cancer?
Mickelson's going to go home and say, you made me hook one of the right.
But my point is, if you're distracted, if your golf game's not going to be any good, you might as well stay home.
Right. Okay.
His golf game will always be good, I got a feeling.
All right. And finally this morning...
Oh, come on. Don't you have any more stories about Barack Obama?
No. Definitely not. It's been 9 years we've waited. And finally it's happening.
For Gilbert to get laid?
Sade is putting out a new album.
Oh, thank God.
Moray's putting out a new album?
Sade Moray's. I told her to wear solids.
Bikini Sade.
2-2 is a little bit of Sade.
All right. Didn't she only have one hit song, Smooth Operator?
No, she's had a few hits.
No, that's Sade. Sade. Yeah, I'm sorry. Sade, yeah.
I don't remember this one being a hit. I don't remember saying, WNBC Sade.
Oh, I have to get up and dance to this one.
This is depressing.
You know what? It's weird you say that. This is known, and I'm not kidding, this is known as the best heroin music on the planet.
Sade?
I know this song. I swear to God, I know this song because if you do heroin and listen to Sade, it makes meditating look like, getting on a plane.
Wow.
I mean, it's so, like, her voice, something about her voice.
Did you actually experience this?
Yeah, a bunch of times.
Wow, really? Yeah. You listened to Sade?
Well, my dealer was a black chick, and she...
and she knew Sade.
I wish I was kidding.
She knew the music of Sade.
Yeah, and she said, listen, just listen to this groove.
When you drive to Wilmington, Delaware, it's all you hear.
Yeah, our black chicks.
All right, Robin.
Sade's last release was 2000's Lovers Rock and featured the songs By Your Side, which we just listened to, and King of Sorrow. Mm-hmm. The disc sold nearly 4 million copies in the U.S. alone.
A lot of heroin addicts.
A lot of heroin addicts out there.
No, but I'm telling and I don't know this for a fact at all. There was an insane rumor that she might have had issues.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because so many heroin addicts liked it. They said, how could she not?
In a way, it's almost like Charlie Parker and stuff. Like Miles Davis would say...
And Billie Holiday.
Yeah, Billie Holiday. Yeah. They'd say, to be that good, like, you almost got to be on the shit. because that's why they're, you know.
Who knows?
I don't know.
All right. Robin, anything else?
I told you that's what's
All
happening.
right. There's one thing we have to say. Gilbert Gottfried is going to appear at Caroline's at 8 o'clock on Broadway in Manhattan. That's going to happen Thursday night. That's a big night for you.
Big night.
Go home, get a lot of sleep, and prepare.
And bananas next week, and check the website.
Which one, Hasbrook Heights or Poughkeepsie?
He doesn't know.
Yeah.
For tickets, go to carolines.com or additional tour dates. You can always check gilbertgottfried.com. That's your one place to really be in touch with Gilbert.
And get the Dirty Joke DVD.
Right.
And I'm an Emmy nominee, kind of.
What do you mean?
For this cartoon Cyber Chase.
For your unique take on Barack Obama?
What is this cartoon? I've never heard of Cyber Chase.
Well, like anything in my career.
Right.
How's the cartoon work?
Where does it air?
On PBS.
Your age.
Yes.
On PBS,
Yes,
Cyber
there's
Chase.
a cartoon on PBS.
Yes.
I can't get a Shrimp-Doreen commercial.
Is this because, is this for young children, this cartoon?
Yes.
It teaches them how to be in life?
They learn from Gilbert Gottfried, yeah.
Mom, Sponge Pants just called Barack Obama the N-word.
All right, thank you, Gilbert. We wish you a lot of luck in your career. I do want to mention...
Yeah, good luck on the Emmy.
Too late.
Yeah. And we hope you win.
Yeah, we hope you win.
By the way,
God,
I do want to
I'd love to
mention...
hear that speech.
My corporation... Do you have a speech prepared?
Well, hello there, everybody.
Howard, by the way, I have to embarrass myself in front of Gilbert and say I'll be in Princeton tonight.
Why is that embarrassing?
Because I'm plugging, and I'm sorry, but I don't know.
He plugs every minute.
I know, but I'm in Princeton. I'll be in Princeton at the Barnes & Noble signing my book at Princeton Bar, and then I'll be at a diner.
How do you do a book, Artie?
When you write a book, it should have the pages on the inside. The cover should be on the outside, and the pages on the inside.
Shut up, you racist. Good luck with your Emmy.
Thanks, guys. Let's go to my corporation.
They were here 5 hours.
Yeah, they were in...
now, look at what they did to Marianne. 5 hours, and it's how many minutes?
And by the way, Marianne could be cut out of the whole show because I'm telling you, there are things that will be cut out. They have to. They tape for 2 hours. So... even the Marianne from Brooklyn thing was very good, but I'm thinking up it eats a lot of time. But who knows? Maybe they can edit it down a little bit. But again, why would you want to sit there and shave a conversation down so much? But Marianne from Brooklyn, they said that maybe I was rude to her. Someone said it.
Who said that?
Everybody said it, Howard.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was crushed on the way home, but I got over it. I have a thick skin.
No, you know what it was? They did this beautiful piece on her, and I'm standing there, and my first reaction was, oh, my God. Marianne from Brooklyn's entire apartment appears to be covered in my memorabilia.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
No.
But that's how they made it look. So I said, Jesus Christ, somebody's got to get you a paint job in that house and maybe take down some of those things. I know. I was trying to make a joke.
Right.
And then people said, you were so mean. I go, don't you guys... sarcasm. The woman's house looked like a bomb hit it from all this Howard Stern shit on the walls. And but I was very complimented, and I said to her, I'm so complimented and honored, and I said something about my fans. And
I just hope I got my point across. I really wanted to say that we were all the same. They just happened to pick me, but we all feel the same about you. That was my point.
Oh.
But when you have a
I didn't know what your point was.
That was my point.
Yes.
But I was nervous, Howard. I'm not used to having a mic on like TV like that, but it was awesome. And Katie read my blog, my website, and she knew that I wanted to dance with you. That was on my bucket list, and she made that come true, Howard. And I went for it.
Well, I came out there and I said to Katie, I said, that Ellen show is on in the afternoon, and she dances. Let's dance.
That was great.
Yeah, but then they put on horrible music that I couldn't get my groove on.
You couldn't get your groove on?
And then Katie became obsessed with the dancing, and they had to find a song. So by the end, they had a song, and I got Beth up there dancing, and I hate dancing. The irony is I hate it. I hate to dance, but I thought it was funny at the time.
You did it.
Hey, Howard, you look good. There was no belly flop on you. You look really good.
Well, I kept it all covered.
How's his ass, Bobo?
Robin, it's really good, and he's got long, lean legs, and he keeps criticizing himself, and I don't know why. He looks fantastic. And
Yeah, it was really hot. I look so
unbelievable.
Beth is
and
beautiful.
Nice. She greets us all the time, Howard. She says hello to us by name. She couldn't be nicer.
Well, she looks good, but I tell you, I saw some of the clips. Katie Couric does a good job of promoting because all these clips came out. I spent 2 seconds asking about her legs. She was covered up with her pants. But
she wore pants that day?
She wore.
Today.
You got to hear this. Thank you, Chu.
Love you, Howard.
Love you. All right.
I wanted to ask Marianne one thing about the crying. Was that authentic?
Yeah, it was authentic.
Yeah.
Right, Bobo?
Yep.
Right.
Hey, Howard.
What?
Katie got current talent. What do you think of that? The talent show.
Yeah, then they did a whole long talent show with her staff.
Jesus Christ, this is a week
like 99
of shows.
hours that it's taping.
Yeah, and they, thanks, Bobo. And it was crazy. The guy says, we have to change the set now for this talent show. I said, okay. And the guy says, here, stand over here. He puts me in the middle of the audience. Katie disappears, and I'm standing in the middle of the audience for what was like 25 minutes.
Wow.
Which was fine. I stood and talked to people and stuff, but
then you got to go back on.
It would have been nice to say, hey, go have a bathroom break or something. We're going to be setting up. They just kind of drag me around like a dog. But, and I don't know what's going on. I figure, it must be a 2-minute setup. And so then they had a whole talent show, which is funny when you see it because, but I think it's too long a piece. It seemed like a whole show. They had me judging their staff. And at the end, she gives a $500 prize to their charity. And I went, Jesus Christ, $500.
To a staff charity.
I said, and Katie's all fucking excited about it. She ought to calm down. I said, Katie, calm down. I said, $500. That's like, how cheap are you? Boy, the charity's going to just close up and take the month off. So, anyway, we had some fun. But, Doug or somebody who watches the Howard TV stuff, Katie Couric gave us full access, Howard TV, full access backstage. So I'm backstage, and, I like to bring the fans into the backstage area through Howard TV and through the news department. And Lisa G was covering this thing. And at the time I'm sitting there, and I didn't even realize Lisa G is pitching ideas.
To who?
To me. And, Doug said to me, and Gary said to me, gee, how fucking annoying must that be? You're trying to get ready for a show, and Lisa's supposed to be there covering, and she's pitching ideas. I said, I wasn't even aware of what she was doing, but then I watched the tape, and I went, gee, that is kind of annoying. And Gary got really annoyed.
Wow. I mean, were they good ideas?
Well, look, Gary conducts a writing meeting on Thursday, and he's heard all these ideas.
Yeah, see, the thing that bothered me about it is, first of all, I wouldn't bother pitching you ideas. I would only pitch you ideas that you might be able to use for Katie.
While you were there.
Right.
But
yeah, my head's focused on Katie.
Right.
And Lisa's not the only one here that's guilty of this, but she's guilty of this. Lisa will pitch ideas, and then if they don't move forward, she'll double on back and ask me why, or did you hear my idea? Did you see my idea?
Right.
And I'm like, yes, I did, but I hate when people put you on the spot. Like, ideas are being pitched every minute, and I can't go to every single individual person and say, this idea was good, this is bad. We post what's good.
Right.
So what she was doing was the idea that she pitched that didn't get enough traction in the meeting, she was now going to go to you to get.
And by the way, I've heard that idea from a million people about these glasses you can put on and it has a camera in it, and you could see. I probably 2 years ago, Jeff Schick from IBM knew about this, and he called me up and he goes, you could wear glasses and people could follow you around all day, see the world through your eyes. I said, yeah, that's a cool idea. Maybe we'll do that for Howard TV or something, and we'll figure out what my agenda will be for the day. So this is not anything that isn't on my radar. I know about these glasses.
Right. Like at one point she goes, I would have liked to have seen what you saw when you were interviewing Bill Hader. And I'm thinking to myself, he saw Bill Hader.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what you would have seen.
I don't know. But anyway, so I'm sitting there in makeup getting ready for Katie Couric. And my mind is pretty focused on what I'm going to do.
So I had an idea that I pitched to Marcy.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear it?
Did you tell Gary? But bring it up in the writing meeting.
I also pitched You know those GoPro cameras? Because I would love to see the world from Howard Stern's eyes.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, bring it up in the meeting.
Just keep saying, like a mantra.
Bring it up in the meeting.
Just bring it up in the meeting, Lisa.
Did you tell Gary? Bring it up in the meeting.
You know. I'm about to go on the Katie Couric show.
And she's not listening to one of your dodges.
No, she's unstoppable. I was thinking, how about we do the show in Mandarin Chinese? Why don't you bring that up in the meeting, Lisa? If not Mandarin, how about Cantonese? Can you bring that up in the meeting? I'm begging her.
A scene from a sitcom.
Listen, I like her enthusiasm. Although when I was sitting there, I wasn't really feeling that annoyed.
Like, it's fascinating to me. Like, what do you see when you sit in your chair? Howard, when Bill Hader left today, he was checking his iPhone, and he showed me a picture his sister from Oklahoma sent him of the tornado that was in her rear view window. I almost felt like saying, oh my God, you have to show Howard.
Oh, geez.
Sorry.
Yeah, like, I'm...
She's just emptying her head.
I know.
Yeah.
I can't sleep. I have so many ideas, seriously.
This is what I guess these guys in the newsroom complained about you.
Right.
Like, you come in and you're like, Bill Hader showed me the Oklahoma from... Like, why would... You know, I mean, yeah, of course...
I know.
Your first thought was we should have shown that to Howard?
It was amazing. I've never seen a picture like that. Yeah. I can't sleep at night. Seriously, I wake up, I have a billion ideas in my head.
But I know you pitched them, and a lot of them we use, but you
she
can't...
wants everyone used.
You get upset when one of your ideas
Yeah.
isn't used. Well, you know what? That's sort of sweet. What am I going to say? How can you blame somebody for
if
enthusiasm?
Sal was doing that, he'd be crucified.
Right.
Well, here's the thing. As I told you, as you were getting ready for the show, when I went skiing this past Christmas, all the kids were wearing these ski helmets with the GoPros on top.
Yes, I know
And
about
I would
that.
love to see the world from Howard Stern's eyes.
We heard you.
I get that.
I know, but I can't let it go.
Lisa, what...
Such a great example. Because she's already pitched this idea, right?
Yeah.
So she pitched it to me, then she pitched it to you, and now she's pitching it again as if you have never heard it.
I know. Lisa, listen to me. All right? You're on something. I don't know what, but I'll get to the bottom of it. Listen to me. Just tell Gary. Because Gary will... what he does is he makes a list of all the ideas. Now, I will tell you, you know, because you brought it up now 5 times. 2 years ago, Jeff Schick was aware of this technology. And he presented it to me. And he said, wouldn't it be great if you were the first? You'll go on the internet with this. You'll put on those fucking glasses.
It's not. They're not glasses.
Well, when it was originally shown to him at IBM, because he sees all this technology before we all do, he said to me, it would be great. You could walk around for the day and we could see the world through your eyes. So I'm aware of this technology. Okay? That's it. I'm aware of it. I got it. It's on the radar.
And so how come you don't want to do it?
Oh, geez.
Well, do I really need to explain that to you right now?
Yes.
I mean, it has to do...
I'll let it go.
It has to do with a lot of variables, okay? About the most interesting things to see me doing would probably be those things that I want to respectfully keep private, all right? So then it becomes, what is it? You know what I mean? So am I going to walk around here and then suddenly be in a private conversation with Fred and forget about it, and then it's going to be streaming live on the internet? No, we don't want that.
It's just you sitting there and seeing, like, I look at you as a conductor during the morning show.
Yes.
Looking at the board, looking at things lighting up.
Do I want to share with the audience everything I do during the show? Like maybe some of it feels better to them because they don't see every distraction I have. So those were the considerations. So it's not that it's not on the radar. We have it. And it is possibly one of those things we'll do. And like anything, we'd rather put thought into it than just throw it in and throw it there and have it be boring. Does that satisfy you?
Yes and no, because we can edit. We can edit.
Yeah, but I think the idea is that it should just stream. Like, that would be way more exciting to the audience, I think.
That's why I said, is he going to ski? And that's the only thing he's going to be willing to do unedited.
Right. It would be a cop-out to sort of edit that. That's the fun of that would be to see it streaming live.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'm on it. And I hear your idea, and it's been pitched many times by various people.
Yeah. Right. I didn't mean to bother you. So sorry. You did such a great job. It's such a great show.
Thank
really.
You. Yeah,
fantastic.
It was fun.
Laugh out loud funny.
Yeah,
Right.
and you really didn't annoy me, actually. It wasn't until I saw the tape played back that I realized how annoying you were being. But so what? The woman's enthusiastic.
I have more ideas. Just let me know when.
Your ideas are solid. We use many of Lisa's ideas on the show. Many ideas you've enjoyed. Believe it or not.
But she can't leave certain ones
I can't let them go. It's,
right.
It's a curse. It is.
It drives Gary crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because Gary's like, Lisa's not even a writer on the show. This is Gary's point of view. And getting in the writing meeting is sort of a privilege. And he's like, you say to her, look, okay, that idea works and that one doesn't. Then she can't accept it. He can't accept it.
Why bother to say something?
I've got things for Benji. I mean, just all the whoever I look at.
One of your ideas is wild. I love this idea. This is what? Now, you and Benji came up with this?
I had an idea. We had a brainstorming meeting, and the one that we went for was my idea.
Okay. Now, you want to reveal this idea? It involves Ronnie, right?
Yes.
Okay, listen to this idea. And I'm by the way, this is one of Lisa's ideas I'm all for.
Okay.
All right, Lisa, pitch to Robin.
Ronnie seems to think that I would have sex with him, that I, really love him.
Right.
So my idea was if we get a certain amount of tweets at Stern Show in a certain amount of time, and we reach that number, I will make out with Ronnie.
Ooh. This was your idea?
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. You do want to have sex with Ronnie.
I will kiss.
Well, you mean make out.
Make out is different than kiss.
Yeah.
Kiss.
Kiss is different. Make out is like a make-out session.
I think you described it as a tongue kiss.
Yeah.
Tongue kiss. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's fair enough. Well, I, for one, want to see that. Well, now here's an idea.
I just got nauseous.
But here's an idea that's
up
been.
a little bit?
But you must be attracted to him on some level if you
even think that.
That's right.
I don't know anymore, but it is fun.
All right. Well, I'm up for the fun.
Oh,
it is
right.
fun.
How many tweets do we have to get?
3.
That's what Howard wants. See, now we talked about that at the Katie Couric show.
Well, yeah, but I already knew about that. In other words, it had already. You think that we have a system.
I know.
Gary and I have a regular meeting every day where we go over every single idea. And then, some of them I tweak or some of them are just sort of perfect the way they are. But I hear everything. You don't have to worry.
Okay.
So Lisa,
that's nice to know.
Calm down is what they're saying.
All right.
Well, I don't see you, so I'd like that feedback from you.
Okay, well, you've got it. I'm telling you.
No. The feedback is from me.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Gary.
I know.
Gary.
Lisa, the ideas come to me. I give them to Howard. I'll give you Howard's feedback. The feedback comes from me. Respect me, please.
Okay.
During the kiss, do you want me to wear a GoPro camera? Because I can combine both ideas.
Well, wouldn't it be better if she had the camera on so you see life from her perspective?
That's true. You need a GoPro. I want to see that from Lisa's perspective.
That's funny.
Benji or Ronnie going in for the...
If you could make out with him while skiing wearing a GoPro, then all the ideas would be all mixed up together. So when are you going to make this happen, Gary? Lisa's right. This is too good to not put on the fast track.
We got to get this done, yeah.
So, give me the idea again. It's how many tweets do we have to do?
How come you don't know about this? Lisa might have a point, actually. You don't appear to...
She hasn't pitched this yet.
All right, so she hasn't pitched it yet. Okay, so how many tweets do we need?
I believe it's going to be 10,000, but we have to figure out how long a time frame. Because some people are commuting and then they can't, tweet while they're driving, so they have to get to work. So we're thinking maybe start at 7 and end it right before Robin's news, so it gives some time.
All right.
Are these unique tweets or can people
I believe
retweet?
So. I believe so. Unique.
Unique?
Unique.
How are you going to measure this?
I've been talking to a company that does that.
All right, let's do it tomorrow. What are we waiting for? Get it together and let's do it.
Oh, my God. This is so great.
I mean, do it quickly. Ronnie could die before you get this together. He's not getting any younger.
I might die.
That's right. You might die, too.
Hey, Lisa,
afterwards. Yes.
Where'd you get the idea for this?
Well, it bounced off an idea that I saw from the Weather Channel, where if they got a certain amount of tweets, they were turning up the fan in their studio so that it would look like, a hurricane or a tornado. And I thought, ooh, I like that idea. It's live. What can we do on the Stern Show to integrate that? And then I came up with the kiss.
But what made you think, like, you must on some level really want to make out with Ronnie?
Not really, but I think it's going to be fun for the show.
Maybe fun for you.
Why Ronnie? Why not?
Because there's that sexual tension. He keeps bringing it up.
Might be a good time to listen to a Ronnie sex tip while we're talking to you, too. Let me see if I have one here. Here we go.
If you weren't nauseous enough.
Yeah, here you go. Here's your man. Favorite song. He will lick your ass to that. Well, he is very sexual. I mean, he has all kinds of
Just
ideas.
think, when you're kissing him, that tongue has been...
A lot of ass.
Oh, my God.
I have visited many assholes.
Yeah, and when's the last time you got any action? You might orgasm during this.
Yeah,
Right.
I might explode.
You might explode.
Squirt.
Where is he? I hope he knows. I don't
He's
even...
probably down getting gas.
Okay.
Yes, he's down getting gas. Lisa, are there...
You might want to get somebody else in charge of getting gas, because...
Ronnie's busy. He needs to make out with Lisa.
Yeah, I mean, we need Ronnie... Ronnie should be commenting on this. I'm going to make you squirt.
Go!
Well, it's going to be such a good show. Yeah, I love your ideas.
Thank you.
So, I'm ready. If you could just
I think that's fantastic that she's sitting around thinking what would happen, or what could that be on the Stern Show.
Yeah,
that's wonderful.
Yeah. Well, anyway, good job, Lisa. When's that book
you.
coming out, by the way?
June 18th.
June 18th? That's a big deal for you.
I can't breathe.
Why? Because you're afraid it'll tank?
Because I have no control.
Right.
And that's hard for me.
What do you mean, like of the marketing?
Just of everything. People liking it, buying it, publicity, just everything. I have no control. I just hope for the best, and that's hard for me to let go.
All right. Hard for her, Robin, as many women and men have. A lot of losing control. It's a control thing. Well, the world of Lisa, for those of you who missed it.
There's more always. Call me anytime. Tons of ideas.
All right, Lisa.
Call
thank
her
you.
home.
I'm at my desk.
I seem to hear from her. Somehow she gets to me.
Sorry. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work.
Lisa.
I can't wait to see her make out with Ron.
You know what? It's a great bit.
We got to decide how long the kiss has to be. We don't want some quick peck, okay?
No. Oh, no.
It's like, how many minutes can we make her make out with Ron?
We want something for our 10,000 tweets. And by the way, it's up to you in the audience to tweet that day, and whatever Lisa says to tweet, okay?
Did you get that? Welcome to New York. Oh, my God. Hey, guys. I don't want to... Can you help me? Seriously, I don't want to ruin my shoe. Anybody?
Yeah.
So I don't want to, Oh, my God.
You're flustered, aren't you?
Well, you guys don't wear high heels, but in New York that happens all the time. Right. And you go flying. A 2-camera shoot. Yeah, so basically I'm a pain in Howard's ass, but I can't help it, Greg. I have so many ideas, so.
Well, the idea that came through, is that necessarily your first choice of what you want?
Oh, yeah, that's a great one.
So things sort of work backwards in there.
Yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Why do you mentioned control, but why do you feel the need to follow up on all of your ideas? I mean, none of the other writers really get that opportunity. I mean, you pitch and then it sort of has to stay there until Gary decides.
Well, I'm not in the writers' meeting every day. I go once a week, and then there are a few days before, Howard gets back to work, and, I get excited. I don't know. I just get excited. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Time's wasting. Let's go. I'm like Twitter. I'm like, let's go.
Do you think that you're sort of undercutting Gary though? Because I mean,
I didn't mean to. I'm sorry that it came out.
Because there's a lot of the writers only get to go to that once a week as well, and we get to pitch an idea, and if it sort of hangs up there, it's not really our call.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Well, I haven't seen Howard in months. And I don't know, it was just more casual. I didn't have any plan like, I'm trying to undercut someone or go over someone's head. I don't know. It just felt right, that's all. It felt very relaxed, and he seemed relaxed about it. And so we're getting one of the ideas done, so I'm excited.
So in retrospect, you're glad that you did that one-on-one? You don't think you went too far?
Well, not really. It just kind of worked out that way. But now I know, and so now it's like zip it, zip.
You dodged one bullet, but now you have a Ronnie bullet.
Oh, gosh, yeah. So what do you think of it? Do you think it's a good idea?
I think Ronnie's probably a fantastic tongue kisser. That's my assumption. He seems very experienced.
What if I get nauseous and I want to throw up? Oh, my God. But
I think nausea is the least of your worries of things you could pick up from Ronnie, yeah.
Well, it's like an actor. You have to just kind of be a character, and I'm doing it for the play.
So you're separating yourself.
I'm going to separate myself and just be an actress.
An out-of-body experience you're looking to have
I think
here.
so.
Well, we'll get
Wish me luck.
We'll get the...
What?
It's your world.
It's my world.
This is Lisa. Here's the Stern Show. It's the staff of the Stern Show.
Can't help it.
Lisa admitted that.
And then next it'll be Lisa, and there's Ronnie.
You never made out with Robin, Mr. Big Shot.
I would.
Yeah.
I got to pitch
How
that
long
idea.
has it been? See, you missed your opportunity.
I did. Now you're getting your dream. Mine still hangs out there. Good luck.
It's been nice coming back here again.
I hope to see you lip locked with Ronnie very soon.
Oh my God. I'm calling Stephanie first. Bye.
By the way, lest anyone think that Ronnie the limo driver knows what he's talking about, we played Ronnie's sex tip earlier, and Ronnie said that, well, he said a lot of things, but one of the things he said, Robin, was that squirting was not urine.
Right.
And here's Dr. Fish on that topic, by the way. And this guy's a doctor. He's a legitimate doctor.
There's a lot of theories out there that it's not female ejaculate, it's actually urine.
That is incontinence. That is literally urine. The bladder is unstable, and literally after sex, an unstable bladder like that will squirt out urine.
There you go. So in Ronnie's sex tip, which I should replay because maybe you...
If you ever come across a girl who's just squirted, first of all, put a towel down on the bed. What's going to happen is you're going to be down there eating her out, and all of a sudden she's going to start to scream. And when she screams, she's going to shoot. She's going to shoot like she's taking a piss, dude. But it's not piss. It really is cum. But it's very, very liquidy, but it is clear, so it's not piss. Just remember that. And what you're going to wind up doing, man, is you're going to wind up taking a nice drink.
That's right.
You've been drinking that shit? That's
He's the old man of the sea right here.
It's not urine, dude.
Dr. Harry Fish said
Fuck
it is.
him. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking
medical
about.
Doctor.
Yeah,
Stupid
you
ass.
You just don't want to know you're a urine drinker.
It's not urine, okay?
When case closed.
The fuck you talking? It's
Did you
not
hear about
urine.
this whole thing that Lisa wants to make out with you if she gets...
No, I was downstairs doing my job, man.
Listen to this fantasy she's
Go ahead.
got. And we're definitely going to do this.
She wants to fuck me in the worst way, dude. Come on.
You're not kidding. You know what? I believe you.
No,
because,
it's true. I know it.
She came in here. She pitched an idea. She said on Twitter, if a certain amount of fans, like 10,000 fans, tweet within 2 hours, hashtag, Ronnie or whatever, Lisa, whatever it is. Whatever
right.
Then she's going to make out with you, tongue kiss and everything.
Really?
Right here in the studio.
Okay.
Yeah. I was like, well, clearly it's a bit that she really wants to have come true.
Yeah, well, she's also promoting her book, so,
Yeah.
It's a way
You think there's a tie in there?
Of course.
Yeah, but she still wants to make out with you.
Hey,
Yes,
come
she could
on.
have chosen anyone.
Bring it on.
But you can't feel her up during it.
Why not?
That's what she said.
I'll grab her ass.
Yeah, well, that's
She's
all
going to
right.
stop me.
Tie her up.
Once I get my tongue in her mouth, man, she'll just melt. I can do whatever the fuck I want to her.
You give her those Dracula bites.
Give her some Dracula bites.
Exactly.
Wear a raincoat, Lisa. You're going to get soaked.
Oh, you look like the Gorton's fisherman.
Well, anyway, someone's having fantasies about you.
That's good. I like it.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, I got to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words.
Mr. Munn, a lot of sex on the table right now. A lot of sex, a lot of making out.
Yeah.
How do you envision this stunt going with Lisa G? I mean, obviously we're going to hit the amount of tweets.
Well, you know it's a stunt. Obviously. I mean, I don't know what's going on. I didn't know anything about it until this morning when it was thrown in my face when I walked in there. I didn't know anything. She didn't tell me about it.
Do you look at this as punishment or a brilliant chance to finally make out with this woman?
Oh, I'm there, brother.
You're going full tongue.
It'll be more than making out.
Yeah, you're going to get her going?
Yeah, you got that right. She needs it.
Howard mentioned no fondling is allowed. What do you think you're going to incorporate into your routine?
See, I'm not going to give away my secrets, dude.
This is the craziest thing going on around here. I need a whole day just to cover what's going on around here. I happen to agree with Ronnie. I heard him on the wrap-up show talking about Lisa G. Lisa G pitched this bit that she wants to... It's so fucking complicated, I can't even figure it out, Robin, and help me with this.
All right.
She came in and said, well, we're going to get a certain amount of tweets. And then when we get a certain amount of tweets, I'm going to make out with Ronnie.
What does that mean, though? Get a certain amount of tweets?
We were in a meeting yesterday. 50% of the meeting was trying to figure out what the fuck Lisa G's talking about.
Yeah.
Because in the email, people said, what Lisa's talking about is impossible. They said, Lisa's request for 10,000 tweets is unrealistic. Even if you give it 30 days, you'd have a hard time hitting that many replies on Twitter. If you search @celebrity name, you can get a ballpark of the number of tweets per day, major celebrities, blah, blah, blah. I said to Gary, I think Lisa wants 10,000 tweets. That doesn't seem like a lot of tweets to me, and we could do that in an hour. I think we could do that in 5 minutes.
You could get 10,000 followers in 5 minutes. Just get on the air with it like you did with me when I first got on Twitter.
Yeah, so I don't... But then someone's saying what Lisa wants to do, and then finally we all looked at each other and meeting and go, what does Lisa want?
What does she want? What was somebody saying she wanted?
Nobody even knows what Lisa wants. And why Lisa even wants this is beyond me. Like, why... No, I don't mean about the making out. I mean, why did she tie it in with Twitter? And getting
she saw it somewhere that somebody had done something.
On the Weather Channel. And all of her ideas tie in with something she saw somewhere.
Yeah, meanwhile, she comes on the wrap-up show yesterday, which she hasn't been on in God knows how long.
Right.
She always refuses to, you know, if there's something talked about her, or she's involved in something and they ask her to come to the wrap-up show, never comes to the wrap-up show, ever.
Right.
She's always on the deadline, she's this, she's that, never comes there. It's all about her book. I know it is. It's a promotion thing. And even yesterday when we started to get into this heated conversation about me making out with her, all of a sudden she had to run out of the room. She had a deadline, right?
Yeah.
2 seconds later, we saw her walking into the bathroom. She didn't have any deadline.
Well, maybe she didn't want to say she had to take a dump.
Yeah, exactly. But still, I mean, she never comes. She never comes on the wrap-up.
By the way, I agree with you that this whole bit that she's constructing, she really does want to make out with you.
Oh, I believe that.
Yeah.
But you're upset that she also probably wants to tie it in with book promotion? Does that bother you?
No, I don't give a shit.
I don't care about that. I just can't figure out what it is she actually wants to accomplish with Twitter. We can't even figure it out.
I wondered what the hashtag would be.
Well, we were in the meeting and we were like, hi, Lisa. Good. We'll finally get
hiding behind her
Nice
book.
hair. What'd you do to your hair today?
You like
Ronnie's
it?
ready to make out right now.
You don't like it?
No, it looks like you just fell out of bed.
It's a messy bun. It's a messy bun.
Yeah, really.
No, but that's a look.
What happened?
Right.
Make it wild looking, not put that big thing on. You look like Bam Bam.
Why do you even care?
Because I'm going to make out with you.
No, you're not, apparently.
Do you want her hair up or down when you make out with her?
Down. I want it all messy and like wild looking.
Up, right?
Right.
Yeah, well, I'm going to mess it up.
Oh my God. I've changed my mind.
I'm going to give her my personal conditioner. Oh!
You know I'm an expert on the vagina.
Oh!
Oh!
I massage the head.
We were in a meeting yesterday. At one point, we were hiring a company for thousands of dollars to follow what you are doing.
Right.
With this Twitter.
Wow, they wanted thousands now?
Yeah, and then or $1,000 or something. And I went, what is it we're exactly hiring the company to do? Then Jason said, I think all we have to do is count the hashtags, which they do for you on Twitter. We don't need any company.
It's a retweet.
Yeah, and then finally I said, you know, it occurs to me, I don't even know what Lisa wants to do for this makeout session. Explain exactly what your idea is and why you even want to get involved with Twitter, but go ahead.
All right, I feel that during the show, we have people tweeting over here, and our show is tweeting over here. But the two sides aren't speaking to one another.
What sides?
Meaning the people who are listening, our listeners, who are also on Twitter at the same time, aren't being engaged in the show as much as they possibly could.
Yeah, but who gives a shit? I mean, why do we care if people are using Twitter? We're on satellite radio. What do we get out of them using Twitter?
Because it's engaging all different types of social media, which I think is a positive thing.
Why? Tell me why. Seriously.
Okay. Because people just don't listen to a radio show anymore or watch a TV show. They're engaged in all different types of media.
Yeah, but what do I care if they use Twitter? Who cares if they're engaged in all different kinds of things?
I think it's a great way to keep people engaged.
But people are so engaged, and people are engaged anyway with us. You're talking about like TV shows that nobody gives a shit about. Our fans are totally devoted to the radio show.
It's a great way to see where her book signings are.
Wait, Howard, why do you put anything on Twitter then?
I put on Twitter because I enjoy getting feedback. Okay. I enjoy when I'm not on the air, sort of being connected to my audience.
Okay, so Lisa...
But during the show, what do I give a fuck about Twitter?
I think Lisa thought of it as this is a promotional way of getting the show just more out there.
Why doesn't she just make out with Ronnie? That's all I care about. I mean,
that'll get the show out there.
I think she'll do that too.
All right, so listen to this. It gets more complicated. So what do you want to do with Twitter? Forget why. What do you want to do? In order for people to see you make out with Ronnie, what do they have to do?
I would like them to tweet at Stern Show, let's say we use the word kiss, so it'd be, or at Stern Show, hashtag kiss, and we count. I would like to see original tweets, not retweets, because I feel retweets are very easy. You just sit there and go retweet, retweet, retweet.
No, you can't do that.
What?
You only can retweet once. A person can only retweet once. They can't sit here and constantly retweet.
Which means we can count the amount of retweets. But you don't want that. You want original tweets.
I was in conversations with this person that runs this company, and then...
They don't want you doing retweets because then there's no need for them. Because if it's a retweet, you can count them. Twitter counts them for you, is from what I'm understanding.
And so how can we...
Yeah.
Because I only got some basic information, and then I typed it up, and I pushed it along into the committee that will be handling it.
Yeah.
And so can we count a retweet and or original tweets? We can count 10,000 of them?
This is so fun. This is my meeting yesterday.
I got to tell you. Who's this company?
I
want to know who's this company.
I don't know. There's some company that counts
the PR
shit.
company for the book?
Oh,
no.
Stop it, Ronnie.
Stop, Ronnie.
What, do you want me to mention Block Party? I mean, come on, stop it.
What I'm saying is...
Yes.
This is a lot to go through. And, I mean, I want to see you make out with Ronnie, so I'm into doing it, but...
Just lift up your dress already, will you, please?
What is with you?
He's very turned on. He can't wait to make out with you. Lisa looks so cute with her bun.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does.
I thought it was a good idea, a new idea.
Belongs on the Flintstones. Bam, bam.
You think she's going to get super excited when she makes out with you?
I don't think it'll ever happen. How's that?
Why?
Well, now it sounds like it won't.
I don't think it'll ever happen.
Well, it sounds so complicated because people are writing me notes that it's almost impossible to do. It doesn't seem impossible to me.
Howard,
what?
I'm going to send John Heinen now, who has a very simple way to do this.
All right, yeah, because wait till you hear John Heinen. He was in the meeting yesterday. John, first of all...
how come I wasn't in the meeting? If it was my idea, I would have loved to listen to this.
Because now we actually have to get your idea done.
Yeah,
and there's a group of us that meet regularly to get things done rapidly.
Logistics.
We don't bring in 57 people just because it was there.
I'm just one person.
No, we don't have time for that. We know what we need to do. We needed to hire a company. You weren't needed in the meeting.
Just get ready. That's all.
Right. Just get ready for Kiss Ronnie.
And do whatever.
Enough hashtag.
John,
more hashtag.
Yeah. What were you saying?
I think it's very simple.
Yeah, but what were you saying is so... All right, go ahead. What do you want to do?
Okay. we send out a tweet from Stern Show. It says, Ronnie kiss Lisa. Okay?
Right.
You tell the fans, retweet this.
Right.
Okay? We count the retweets. We get 2,500, 5,000, whatever the number is. And when that number hits, we say, it's done, and these two have to kiss.
So why is Lisa's way almost impossible of doing it?
Lisa, I think, wanted users to make it their own thing and more unique and like fans to be original with the tweets. But I mean, who cares about that? As long as we see the people saying we want this.
Who's counting?
Retweets are automatically counted. That's the other thing. We can Jason, correct me if I'm wrong, we could very quickly count how many times it's been retweeted.
They can?
Yeah.
So why is it so difficult to get 5,000 retweets?
It isn't.
It shouldn't be. I mean, you know how
you
big
go on the account at Stern Show, and then you would just or on my account.
No, because you're already following Stern Show. So
Right.
if I'm following Stern Show, I'll get the tweet. It says Ronnie kiss Lisa. I click retweet, and it's done.
Oh, all right. So why don't we do that?
So if the audience does that, just if you follow Stern Show, when Howard tweets out Ronnie kiss, or if you want to make up something else, Ronnie kiss Lisa. When you see that, click your retweet button. Don't add anything to it. Don't write anything. Just click retweet. Because the faster you do it, the faster this gets done. And then we're all happy.
And then why is this such a good thing to do? Because Lisa thinks the people will be interacting at the same time.
Engaged.
They'll be engaged.
Yes.
Oh, we'll be engaged, all right.
Yeah, boy.
Oh, yeah.
And if we don't get the retweets, then nobody wants to see Ronnie kiss Lisa. And we move on from that.
Oh, you know you're going to get 50,000.
It needs to be a high enough number so that it's a little bit suspenseful, not just,
5,000.
5,000's
No, more than that.
5,000.
Dude.
No.
From what they're telling me,
you'll get
5,000's a good number.
All right.
5,000's a lot of retweets.
You'll get 50,000.
All right, let's see. So 50,000, you two have actual anal intercourse.
Lift up that dress.
So I
told you.
You want to hear what I did yesterday? I called an actress.
Yeah.
I said, look, I may have to be kissing Ronnie. Can you help me do that? Because I'm not physically attracted to him.
You're so full of shit.
But I may have to kiss
She is so full of... She called an actress. Give me a fucking break.
I called Ralph Howard's
You are
wife.
whacked out. You are totally whacked out.
She gave me some good tips.
You must be somewhat attracted to Ronnie because you dreamt this whole thing up.
Yeah, nobody's putting you up to it.
Right.
Well, I think it could be fun.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
And it wasn't...
Will it be fun, Ronnie?
Nuts, man. She's lost her mind.
Oh, God.
You got to hear the shit that people are saying. You're whack, man. I'm telling you.
Fine.
The things you come up with.
Do you think it'll be romantic rather than fun?
Yeah. You get the music, the lights, the whole deal.
God.
I could put some music on.
I know.
Pre-cum.
Yeah.
The squirting.
She's gonna be really turned on when I kiss her.
Well, Ronnie, what tips do you know about kissing? To turn
like do you
Lisa
give her
on?
tons of tongue?
Just take it nice and easy, nice soft kiss at first, and then open your mouth, honey. And I'll do the rest.
And I'll stick my tongue down your tonsils and punch your uvula like a punching bag.
I'm going to Listerine up that morning, man. I'm going to be gargling. Don't you worry. It's going to be great.
When are we doing this so I can,
Hey, right now.
Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it right now. How hard can this be?
Today, Howard.
You want to do it today? But don't we have Gentleman Gaga coming in a few minutes?
We can squeeze this in.
He could play with the piano with his penis while these two are making out.
He can play with his organ while I play with my organ. No.
I want to bring in some... I don't have toothpaste. I just had coffee.
Oh, please. He doesn't care. He's an animal.
If you meet a guy in a bar and you like him, you're not getting out too
I drink pre-cum. I don't care.
What?
I think if you tweet this, it can happen pretty quick.
Like right now, like during the commercials, when we get back, they can start making out?
See, that's too quick. That's too
Well, I don't know that. He's saying we can do it quickly.
But when this becomes realistic, now let's see how everybody
All right, let's do it right now, then.
Great.
How do we do it?
So we're going to tweet out what?
Lisa looks like
You're
she's
in deep
panicked.
shit, Lisa, because when the last time he said something about something on Twitter, when I first got my Twitter account, okay?
People are telling me this is not easy.
My phone was so on fire that it was actually on fire.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't.
Your phone blew up?
No, yeah. I couldn't use it. I couldn't make phone calls. It would because it couldn't count all the followers that were coming in. I got 25,000 followers in about an hour and a half.
Wow. So what's the number we're going with?
5,000 retweets.
I don't think that's enough.
People are telling me that's like incredibly difficult because it's a process. Let's try it.
Let's see if it happens in 5 minutes. That would be interesting to know.
I'm telling you, it ain't going to happen that quick. It might take a week. That's what people are writing me. A week.
A week for 5,000 retweets?
Yes. There's some mechanism that makes it difficult.
I don't know.
Listen, I can't be here all fucking day with Ronnie and Lisa.
Let's just start the process. What are we tweeting?
All right. Here's what. Here. I got to get rid of these two.
Yeah.
Me? I didn't start this shit, did I?
Look, you didn't have to say yes.
All right. I said yes. I'm interested in seeing this makeout session. Okay? I'm excited about it.
All of a sudden, Lisa wants airtime. All of a sudden.
You think this is all tied in with her book?
Yes, sir.
All right. This wasn't my first idea.
Right.
I didn't go into a meeting thinking, let's do just this thing.
But look at all the time you're getting already. You were on the wrap-up show where you never come on. You look at how much airtime you're getting this morning. Come on, don't tell me this. Don't, Lisa.
All right, let's get this.
Be honest. Come on.
Now, what am I tweeting?
Nothing wrong with it. Be honest.
I am being honest.
You're pushing your book. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
She hasn't mentioned the book. You mentioned
I don't have to. Yeah, you don't have to.
Look how cute Lisa looks today. You're going to have a makeout
She looked
session.
better yesterday. Her ass was nice and round.
Wow, but look at her body. She's completely in shape.
She's got that Bam Bam thing. That doesn't know anything.
Yeah, but she's got that little flimsy dress
If you guys end up
Ronnie?
making out by the end of the commercials, would you please take your take your hair down, all right, so Ronnie can get worked up?
Look,
Are you going to grab her around the waist and stuff when you're making out with her?
Hell yeah, man. This is going to be the real deal. You better go call that. Who'd you call yesterday? You better call her again.
The actress.
Julie.
Yeah.
Julie
Call her again.
Call her again.
Call her again.
What is the tweet we're going to send, Gary, so people know how to find it? First of all, the difficulty in this is people don't even know how to use these Twitter. If you told me to retweet something, it'd take me an hour to figure out.
Here it is, Howard. It's going to say, if you want to see Lisa G make out with Ronnie, retweet this.
Okay. No hashtag. Lisa's hung up on hashtag.
No hashtag. Tell me when I can send it.
Right. Put hashtag Lisa.
They're already retweeting it, and it's not even up yet, guaranteed.
It's not 5,000. Not enough.
Because she's afraid.
Listen, this is an experiment. Let's see how long it takes to get to 5,000.
It's out. Okay, it is out.
Oh.
Lisa,
She's all excited.
you have 8 minutes. You have 8 minutes. It's time to head, down the hall.
I need to just walk.
7 o'clock.
Right.
Why? You're just going to make out with it, dude.
Right.
Calm down.
She's got to call. What's her name? Julie.
Can I ask you a question, Howard?
Yeah.
Lisa, when was the last time you made out with a guy?
Last year.
A year ago.
No, I mean it's only the middle of. I'm not dating anyone now.
So it's over 6 months.
Yeah.
It could be almost a year.
Yeah, we're almost up to 300.
Wayne Siegel.
No.
Hey,
350.
Howard, 350 retweets.
400.
Already?
400.
Told you. What'd I tell you, Howard?
You got to get to 5,000.
What did I tell you?
I know tweeting. I know pre-cum.
I know squirting.
Pre-cum.
Told you. Guaranteed by.
Am I staying in here or am I going outside?
By 7:30, you're gonna have 5,000.
All right, keep going. Ladies and gentlemen,
I'm getting thirsty.
you need 5,000 original retweets. They can only retweet once.
For the
By
commercial.
7:30, baby.
1,000, Gary.
Get ready.
Excellent. My audience.
We take a commercial break. They'll be back in mid.
Lisa, I got 25,000 followers.
Go ahead. Oh, wait. They're going to be making out in about 5.
1,700.
You're going to be pregnant.
2,000.
Sweating. Oh my God.
Oh, Lisa's already taking
He's
a...
already taken off her clothes, Ronnie. You're happy you're there.
I get myself into.
What did you do?
2,500 halfway there.
It's sweaty? Her clothes are sweaty?
She could be squirting through her skin.
2,500.
How many?
2,500 halfway.
2,500. They'll be making out in about 1 minute. I'm not even going to commercial.
3,000.
3,000.
I'm retweeting. I'm retweeting.
And this is always so right.
Give me my phone. I got to retweet.
You don't have to. You don't have to.
Where do people go to retweet, Gary?
That's 30
At Stern Show. Boy, Lisa's right. Everyone's interacting. So exciting.
Understand, this is only the East Coast.
3,500.
3,500.
3,500. You're only 1,500 away.
It's not enough.
You know what? We should make her make out every day. For every time they get to 5,000 new ones, she should have to kiss Ronnie.
Lisa, what's going on? You're sweating.
Look at she's falling apart. She's crying.
Hold on.
You're excited.
Nothing like being a team player, huh, Lisa?
She's gonna scream.
4,000. Lisa, pucker up.
I got to get in there with the camera.
Money, are you nervous at all?
No.
You're not?
What am I nervous about?
I'm shaking.
Are you?
It's on man.
You sure you want to go through with this, huh? You have to. You did it. You went on Twitter.
By the way, Howard, we talked about this on the wrap-up show yesterday. 20 to 30 seconds, tongue, the whole deal.
How much tongue, Ronnie? That's worse when you really give it too much tongue.
Howard, stop. 4,600.
Oh, my
God. Anybody need chapstick?
4,700.
What am I nervous about?
4,800.
4,800.
How much?
4,800.
What's he in here with a cat? What's this now?
4,900.
All of a sudden,
100 away.
Now we got
4,960.
5,000. Hold it. Wait. No, don't kiss yet.
Wait a minute.
We got to build up.
Where do you want him on the couch? Where do you want him?
Where do you want to make out?
Right here.
On the couch. It's got to be the couch.
He's comfortable.
The couch.
Wow. Ronnie, where would you like, because you're an expert on romance, where would you like to make out?
Here.
She's got to be in your lap.
Take it easy, baby.
Take it. Slow down.
Relax. You better grab that camera, Jason.
Slow down, Ronnie. Now,
I didn't say a word. Slow down.
Lisa's very nervous about this.
I know. Why don't you let her go take, it's 7 o'clock. She has to
You just ruined the whole momentum.
She has a ritual at 7. I really want her to be cleaned out first.
What do you mean?
You're not fucking. You're just having a makeout session.
So what?
Now, Lisa, do you like this lighting? I think it's fine. Do you want to sit down on the couch and make out?
right here.
Right here standing. Do you want to be up against the wall like in Pretty Woman?
I'd like to have the guy playing
It's a kiss.
I'd like to have the guy playing the keyboard. I think that would be cool.
No. It's time to do it.
Yeah.
Now,
Just
Ronnie, what's
get
the
it
plan? You're going to kiss Lisa, and then how much tongue are you going to give her?
I don't know.
Give us the game plan. How long is this makeout session going for?
5 seconds.
No. It's got to be at least
It's got to be 30 seconds at least.
A minute.
30 seconds is a long time, Lisa.
A minute.
You're going to have to take that stupid thing off your head, too.
What, the bun?
No, the headphone.
Why? Oh, you want to run your
the
hand?
microphone is in the way.
Yeah, but how are we going to mic her?
Oh, all right.
No,
Well, we'll
fine.
get Will in here with the hand mic.
But he might
No, I don't want Will with the hand.
Now, what's your plan? You're going to give her some soft kisses at first, and then you're going to...
Are you going to bite her ear?
She's got to cooperate. I mean, she can't stand there with a mouth like...
I know I'm going to laugh, but I'll try not to.
Come on. This
when
is
Ronnie
romantic.
starts working on you, he's an expert. You won't be laughing.
What do you got there, Will? Wireless what?
Wireless A.
Wireless A, in case the action gets hot and heavy. Lisa, what if you get really excited?
Yeah, suppose you
That
squirt.
will be an interesting thing to think about.
Will you admit it afterwards? If you
Yes.
got, yeah, okay. And I want you to tell me the truth on his technique, because he's like some sort of sex expert.
I didn't say it was a sex expert.
Yeah, but you act like one. Let me know how he does.
I just give tips. That's all.
Every girl's moaning with you.
Yeah.
Every girl's screaming.
I didn't even get a chance to clean up here.
That's all right. You're fine. Do you want to?
Nice piece of gum.
See, it's not going to be what you would expect a passionate kiss to be.
Why?
Yes, it is.
Supposed to be.
What are you talking about?
Because I don't think. I mean, well, let's
Ronnie
see
will
what
be
happens.
passionate.
Come on.
You don't think it's going to be passionate?
No, it may be like it's going to be funny.
All right. Do you want to be up against the wall or anything?
It's gross when you watch other people kiss. It is.
Not this, isn't it? I got to see
You
this.
won't be watching, Lisa. You'll be kissing.
All right, Lisa, you look great today, I think.
Great dress.
Ronnie, you're smiling. This is a big moment.
I'm smiling.
I want to thank our fans. And by the way, you're going to give her little Dracula bites on her neck?
Oh, come on.
All right, okay.
Gotta be a minute, Lisa.
I don't know.
I'm going to tie her
running
to
the
the door.
Anybody have a clock? Where is the clock? Well, there's a clock. Wait, I'll tell you when to go.
What happens if I get a hard on?
Oh, that's
Let
your
it
problem.
go. Let it fly. All right. Are you ready, Lisa? You look like you're going to your electric chair.
You want to take off your glasses?
Should have been 10,000 tweets.
Yeah, what would have been the difference?
Lisa, it's almost there already, so calm down.
Well, that's fantastic.
I told you.
Yeah,
you can get 25,000, Garrett. No problem.
All right, Ronnie. Ronnie, an expert on tweeting and making out.
Do you want to stand in instead?
All right.
Let's go.
All right, do it. Start. I'm timing.
Easy.
Ronnie, let's just get it.
When did they start?
Don't rush it.
Boom. 5 seconds. 8 seconds. 15 more seconds.
Ronnie, come on.
Ronnie, hurry up. Only 7 more seconds. He's feeling it. All right, time's up.
He's got very soft lips.
No.
Was that gross to look at?
And a very hard crotch.
Oh, you were squeezing her ass.
That's fine.
You like that part? Oh, Ronnie.
I wasn't just squeezing it.
I'm proud of it.
And she wasn't fighting me either.
That's
Oh, my God. That was so much fun.
Was it?
Ronnie, you're a really good kisser.
Look at you. You want
Very
more now,
soft
don't
lips.
you?
That's what Julie said he would be, that he would be a really good kisser.
Look at him.
Julie said that. Who the hell is Julie?
Julie Holston.
How does she know, though? I don't know Julie from a home.
What happened?
I met her twice at two Christmas parties.
Lisa, what just happened there? Give us a blow-by-blow, if you will. Ronnie's all red. You're not. You seem to be...
You're cool and calm and collected.
I'm laughing my ass off. It was great.
Did you get a boner?
No.
Look at this. There's the play.
Look at this.
Look at the
Look, you
playback.
did. I felt,
You felt it. You felt a boner.
Yes,
Hello?
I did.
That's my phone.
No, it wasn't over there. It was...
Okay.
That was my eye cock.
If you say it, that's fine.
Ronnie,
Look
you're
at the
a good
two of you
kiss-
going
I
there.
can't watch it.
Look over there, Ron. Look behind you. Wow. Lisa, the mouths were completely open. Was Ronnie ramming his tongue in there?
No, he was a good kisser.
He did he give you some tongue?
Yeah, a little, just enough. Perfect.
Look at
Look
can I
at
say,
you.
man?
It's true.
Are you feeling anything in terms of...
Oh, she felt something. Dude, I was grabbing her ass.
It
And
was good.
she didn't push me away.
It was good.
Not at all.
It was good.
You know,
It was good.
He's some sort of sexpert if he could get you going, right?
She was going, man. She didn't want to stop.
Yeah, here's a surprise.
By the way, Howard TV, I predict this will be the biggest ratings ever for Howard TV.
Howard, here's a big surprise because we all watch it out there.
Right.
She was way more into it than we thought she'd be.
Go ahead.
And Ronnie stopped kissing her. She was willing to keep going.
Yeah, Ronnie backed off.
I was laughing because she was so into it.
Here's the other thing. This is how disgusting Ronnie is. I love him, but he was palming her ass. Yeah. But his index finger was tickling the crack.
Yeah, I know.
And you know what? She didn't stop me, so.
Wow, Lisa. What's that book you got coming out?
Sex, Lies, and Cookies.
Yeah,
but
my goodness.
I have more ideas, so.
Yeah. If that involve Ronnie? If you do.
Well, now I have to
Please let them all involve Ronnie.
rethink some things now.
Yeah,
Because it's I think it's fantastic that so many people are listening and tweeting.
Were you getting excited? Forget about listening and tweeting. Were you getting excited from Ronnie's?
I was very surprised. I went, wow, Julie was right. He's a great kisser.
But what about emotionally? Were you feeling something for him? I mean, you weren't grossed
just like,
out.
wow, I really like him. He's a really good guy. And, like, he's, it's like, Ronnie's great.
You two are going to end up fucking. I know it. How many tweets for
I
that?
love Stephanie.
Yeah, how many tweets?
Yeah. How many did we get all together? Is it still going?
Howard, how many listeners do you have, you think? I guarantee you'll get millions.
Let's get the wrap-up from our friends on the phone. Yes, Chris. Yes, Chris. Oh, I never saw anything like that. Looked like a rape. But I'm not sure who was raping
Who was raping who?
Right, yes.
Hey, huge fan, guys.
These two can't even look at each other.
See, if she would have had her hair down, I would have been pulling on her hair and shit and everything. See, she had
Why don't you pull on her bun?
Yeah. No, that's stupid. I don't like it. It's a turnoff.
I think it's cute.
Bam, bam.
Hey, Ronnie, it's Corey. I want to ask you a question. What's Stephanie going to think about this?
She knows about it.
Where were your hands during this, Lisa?
Around his...
Yeah, she had her hands
his shoulders.
Yeah.
Were you rubbing the back of his head or anything?
No.
No.
I was rubbing. I was rubbing her head.
He
though.
has very soft lips.
I was rubbing her
You
head.
should have rubbed her tits.
No, he was busy with her ass. I saw what was going on there.
I can't. Is this going to be on Howard TV?
Hell yeah.
No, see?
It's already on.
Oh.
Look at where he is.
It needs to go viral. It needs to.
It will go viral.
Yeah.
This is the best show. Oh, this is the best show. Damn.
All right, thank you, Chris.
I think Ronnie could have her.
Hey,
Now, wait.
Yeah,
I have an idea.
Brother, man, I can't wait to see this. Can Howard TV put it on right away?
Doug, how long do people have to wait to see this on Howard TV? I think you should put a rush on this. Get it on.
Doug passed out in his chair in there.
I'm in shock.
Yeah.
It'll be on tomorrow night, the usual, but we'll put a promo tease up on the web soon.
All right, what about this?
Go ahead. Uh-oh.
I will kiss him again.
Again, go ahead.
If
She can't wait.
the thing you post gets a certain amount of views.
Yeah, but you got to go further. He's got to feel you up. Right.
No.
Can't do it?
No.
How about that?
All right, I tried.
He'll tie you down.
I already felt her up, man. What are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, you kind of went past that. Practically fingered her.
No, stop.
Well, it's pretty close. There's a lot going on there. Yeah, Jason.
Should I put some of these pictures up on the website now, or should I wait till later this afternoon for the West Coast to hear everything?
You wait for the West Coast.
Okay.
They say we always spoil stuff.
No problem. I got some great shots.
All right. Yes, Chuck, go ahead. Yes, Chuck.
Yeah, hey now, King, why is Ronnie the biggest asshole on the show, and did Lisa throw up from kissing her grandfather?
What?
Why is Ronnie the biggest asshole on the show? Ronnie, why are you the biggest asshole
I don't know.
on the show?
Ask him. Obviously, he has the answer.
All right. Matt, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey now. Hey, listen, Howard, did Ronnie have to stand on a box to kiss Lisa?
No, you didn't have to stay. They're perfect for each other, actually. They're about the same height.
They're about the same height, huh?
Yeah.
No, I'm a little taller than Lisa. Just a little.
Right. Thank you. Well, there you go. Good Lord.
I'm glad it's over with.
No, you're not.
What?
Ray, you're on the air.
Holy shit. That was hilarious. Oh, my goodness.
Wait till you see it.
Oh, did Lisa get any hair of his mustache in her mouth?
Yeah, what about his mustache? I always think there's too much hair
it was
around there.
soft. No.
It didn't offend you?
No.
Does his mustache smell?
No.
Oh, I'm going to throw up.
Does it smell?
I don't know.
Man.
What it's doing in there. It's like a jungle.
What's that in the background? What's that noise?
He's got a woman tied up.
That's what it sounds like.
He's following your tip. He's trying to rub her.
Wow.
He's trying to finger her.
Wow, I can't believe it happened.
And it was okay. I bet you're going to fantasize about it.
No, I just, I'm thinking of the meeting and how things came to be, and we did it.
Your bet came to fruition.
I wasn't at that meeting.
Look, I originally wanted a woman to come in here, and every 1,000 tweets we get...
You would make out with her?
No, she'd take off a piece of clothing.
Nah, who cares
That's
about
not
that?
fun.
How about you make out with a woman?
No.
How about if I bring Stephanie and you can make out with her?
Stop, it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
What about Stephanie? How many tweets do we need for that for you to make out with? 30 seconds with her soft lips.
Stephanie's a real good kisser.
Rob, yes. Yes, Rob. Yeah. Yes.
Hey, what's going on, Howard?
Come on.
I just want to see what Ronnie's finger smells like.
Ronnie, what's your finger smell like?
Oh, come on.
Smells good. Because I caught her before 7 o'clock.
Oh, stop it.
A little turtle?
It smells like cookies.
A little turtle?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Kyle. Kyle, go ahead. You're on the air.
Hey, now, how you doing?
Hey, now.
Hey, I don't give a shit about the West Coast. You need to put those pictures up right now.
Yeah, it's true. What do we care about the West Coast?
Nah, you got to save it for everybody, man.
All right, we'll save it for everybody. Be patient, Kyle. Yes, Marianne.
Howard, Twitter's going wild, and the best one was Ronnie saying that his hard-on was his phone. And Lisa G, you got another part to your book now, the Ronnie Munn Kiss. It was the best thing ever. People are going crazy, like there's no life out.
Yes, Jeff the drunk. You're on the air.
They're going to end up fucking.
You think? I think you two might end up.
I think they're going to fuck.
I think Ronnie's been right all this time. There is sexual tension.
Lisa, there is some attraction there.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Was she,
I just think he's great.
She was so into it.
When you were tonguing her, was her tongue avoiding your tongue?
She didn't try to pull away at all.
Right. She was
Not
sucking more
at
in.
all.
She was sucking it in.
Lisa wants to fuck. Lisa and Ronnie sitting in the tree.
How about the humor of Jeff the drunk going on to like a 2-year-old level?
Oh, yeah, he's back in elementary
but it works for him. All right, Jeff, thank you. Well, there you go.
Amazing.
Wait till Ronnie has his Batman stash. Then you can make out with him.
Yeah, while he's in his pace car. Woo!
Right. Well, you two kids, go have fun. I mean, that was a great bit. Lisa, thank you. Benji, I know you contributed to that bit. Some bit. But it was great.
Okay.
Can we have more meetings? Me and Benji? It was so much
when
fun.
you and Benji collaborate, good things happen.
Yes.
Yeah, Benji's perversion seems to help you.
No, that was Lisa's.
Was that Lisa's? Yeah.
Yeah.
But she had been with you for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, you should have heard the things that he said.
What did Benji say? Maybe I'll be into those.
He wanted to take your sperm and Beth's egg and fertilize it in a petri dish live on the air.
What?
I mean, right?
I forgot about that.
Wow.
That was going to be like...
We don't pay you enough, Benji. Those kind of ideas. Did they do that on the Weather Channel?
No.
I'd like to thank the Weather Channel that inspired Lisa for some reason.
Yeah, thank you for that hurricane.
Were you turned on at all? Seriously?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her body felt good.
She was very
against you?
passionate.
Yeah.
She was really into it, man.
Shockingly, right?
No, it wasn't shocking. I expected it.
Not when I'm involved.
I expected it.
Was it gross to watch? Because you know us?
I was more in shock. It wasn't gross.
Oh, okay.
You were in shock because she really got down and dirty with it.
I gotta say, it was. You
thought she would pull away, she'd lock up her lips and all that bullshit, right?
No, in fact, if anything, she was more the aggressor than you were.
Yeah.
She totally took command.
Welcome to my former life.
Wow. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You were a crazy sex addict.
No, not sex addict.
But you are that.
Didn't take much, really.
Really?
Oh, yeah. I had no self-esteem. I was pathetic.
Listen to what's coming out now.
Yeah.
You were pathetic?
Holy shit.
I wasn't a whore.
Look what's coming out, Howard, after one kiss, man.
Right. Her whole
You imagine if I fucked her, what would happen? What she would say?
Stop it. Okay.
Wow.
You imagine what she would say then?
God. I don't think any of us could speak.
I got to tell you, Ronnie, you are some sort of sexpert. What you do to a woman, she's completely changed after one session with you.
Listen to her, man. She's all giggly and letting everything out now.
I think it's more...
She'll probably do the wrap-up show again today, even.
It's not about you. I feel joyful now. I just love everything that happens.
She's joyful.
Kiss,
Robin, you got to kiss Ronnie. Look at the mood she's in.
Look, Ronnie's like got an elixir.
I'm almost thinking of kissing Ronnie. If you can put me in this kind of mood. I tell you, kiss me, Ronnie. I want to be happy.
This is good advertising for you.
Yeah. Yes, John. Go ahead. John Kishman tucks around. Yes.
Howard.
Yes.
Hey now.
Hey now.
That was unbelievable. I'm driving into work just chanting, "Go Ronnie, go Ronnie, go Ronnie." Hey, now, who's Ronnie gonna make out with now? For $25,000.
Well, who cares who Ronnie made?
Yeah.
Ronnie will make up with anybody.
I got enough followers. I don't need. I'm not pushing a book or anything.
Yes, Brian. Brian, you're on the air.
Hey guys, I just was wondering, how's Benji feel about all this?
Benji, are you somewhat jealous of Ronnie? Because I know you and Lisa had a thing for a
You
while.
ever make out with her, Benji? Seriously?
Lisa?
Yeah.
No.
Or you?
No. Lisa.
No, I've never made out with either of you guys. No, I'm happy for it. It was a great show moment. It was nice.
You.
Do you wish it was
nice.
you kissing Lisa in a weird way?
No.
No.
How do you know, Lisa?
She knows. Wow. Yes, Nick, final question. Then I do have to take a break and then hear from Gentleman Gaga.
Wait to see this.
Okay. Yes, Nick.
Hey now.
Hey now.
Hey, Lisa, when's the last time you've had an orgasm? Was it just then?
I don't count.
Did you have an orgasm during that?
No, but it was fun. He's a good kisser.
Did you have any feeling down there at all? I'll bet you did.
No, I just kept thinking, wow, he's a good kisser.
Are you going to go home and masturbate?
I'll have to listen back to sex tips now and see,
Do you think you would fantasize tonight?
No.
No?
You're going to break out the gun rack dildos?
Gun rack. Okay, Nick.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Howard.
Well, Lisa,
It worked, right?
Not many things shock me, but this does.
All of a sudden, Lisa
good.
became a team player. Don't ask me what happened.
Hey, Howard, something really happened. Like, and you'll see it in the videotape.
What?
Your breasts got bigger.
All right.
And that's,
Ronnie's or Lisa?
More so Lisa's.
Yeah.
But that is a sign of woman's sexual excitement.
Arousal.
Yeah. Her breasts are swollen.
How do you know they were swollen? You can tell.
They looked. Yeah.
Wow. I wasn't monitoring that. I was just kind of taking it all in. And also, stupid me, I had to watch the clock. I was watching it like my life depended on it.
How long did they go for?
I know, he stopped and started to laugh. I thought I would start laughing, but he was laughing.
Why were you laughing?
I don't know, man. I just couldn't believe what was going on.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm very happy.
All right, well, we're all happy.
Fun.
Thank you.
Good.
All right, we're going to take a break. It might be a little awkward. Is it going to be awkward?
I'm not watching the tape back.
Is it going to be awkward when we go to break between you and Ronnie? I mean, there is something of a relationship brewing here.
No.
It's going to be fine.
I hope a lot of people watch the clip we put up.
Howard TV has a clip they can post it on YouTube if I want. Do I want that?
Yes.
I do?
This is all about the social media.
Yeah. You're like smacking your lips together.
No, I think it would be fantastic.
All right. Put it up then.
Yeah.
It's a whole new woman.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you, guys. All right. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Ronnie. Benji, I know you're a supporting actor in this. And we'll be back right after these words. So listen to this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was fun.
This is some big moment. Lisa,
fun.
you're a completely different woman now.
It came in the mail. I thought you might want it.
That was a good bit.
Jealous.
It was fun.
What, you got the 5,000, I think, in a minute.
I got to get this guy.
Lisa.
You're going to do this next
Yes. Hi.
I mean, so much hype
Oh
over
my God,
the
I'm
years.
still so sweaty.
You're flustered.
Yeah, well, I'm just sweaty.
So much hype over the years, so much sexual tension, allegedly. Now that it's over, was it worth it?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And I was very nervous. I called Ralph Howard's wife last night and I said, can you give me some tips? And she was right. She said, you're going to be surprised. He's going to be a good kisser.
How did she know?
And he was. Because she listens to the show. She's met Ronnie and she thought, he would be a good kisser. And she was right.
He delivered.
Yeah.
Did you have to use any of those acting tactics, or was it just instinct took over?
It was a lot of fun.
Mr. Munn.
Yes, sir.
You've always bragged about, being a sort of a playboy, sort of a.
I've never bragged about being a playboy.
A romantic. You've always been good with the ladies.
Okay.
You got in there, all the sexual tension, all the build-up for years.
Right.
Did it meet expectations?
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Gotta say.
You've kissed how many women in your life?
I don't know, dude. I don't know.
Where does Lisa rank in that long list?
No, she's good. She's good. She's real good.
Excellent.
Do you have any tips or anything she could do better as such an aficionado of making out and such?
Well, it would have been a lot better if she was nude on the bed, had it laid out nice and. It would have been great, man. Now let me tell you,
Lisa,
there would have been some session going down. So.
Lisa, has this caused a sexual awakening for you, a renaissance?
No, it just I was pleasantly pleased, and as you know, I'm a fan of Ronnie, and
I know that now.
He's going to be out of control, not me.
You don't view this as foreplay, and this won't lead to anything more.
Foreplay is going out to dinner.
That's foreplay.
Ronnie, how does this affect you, and how does this do you want to take it to another level now, or did you get what you wanted and now you're sort of done with it?
It was fun.
Listen, if Steffi and I break up, we'll work on it, okay? But right now, I'm very happy with my girlfriend.
Mr. Munn.
Yes.
Now that you're alone and not with your makeout partner, how was it?
It was good.
It exceeded expectations.
She was really into it, and that's how I expected it to be.
This place is going berserk with stuff about the Ronnie Lisa G kiss. John Lieberman going nuts back in the newsroom. John, what is the reaction in the newsroom to the Ronnie and Lisa kiss? And then I'll get Gentleman Gaga in here. What is the reaction in the newsroom to the Ronnie and Lisa kiss?
Well, I mean, the reaction is crazy. I mean, right now, Lisa says she can't breathe. She's literally sitting at her desk saying, I can't concentrate, I can't breathe, I don't know how I'm going to get my stories done.
Wow.
It's
Ronnie's got some kiss on it.
This sort of reaction is unbelievable.
Right. Have you ever seen anything this big on the show before? I don't think so.
No, this is the biggest thing. The behind the scenes was amazing because it was like an auction. It was like Jason yelling out, 3,000, 3,500, and then Gary telling you the number. And then, I mean, when 5,000 hit, it was like a small explosion back there. Everybody started stomping their feet. We'll have all the audio later on the news.
Is there any way a certain amount of tweets that would get you and Lisa to make out?
What?
Is there any?
No. Yeah, I heard the question.
Right.
Absolutely not. I mean, look. For the good of the show, I mean, I am a team player, but the number would have to be so astronomically high.
5 billion.
You don't understand when, I don't want to get into it too much, but, you know, when you sit next to Lisa for hours on end and you have to listen to all of the minutia that comes out of her mouth, you know, that's worth much more than 5,000 retweets. Let me tell you that, Howard.
You would kiss Shuli before you'd kiss Lisa G?
Perhaps.
Wow.
I mean, perhaps.
And you're a heterosexual, so that's wild.
I am. I mean, I would literally say it would probably take, I mean, look, if we could get to 500,000 retweets, then we're talking business.
I don't know that anybody cares that much.
Yeah, I know.
Right. All right. Well, I was just curious where you stood on all
That's
this.
where I stand, Howard.
All right. You'll be covering this all day?
Yeah, you got to hear this audio later. I mean, when it hit 5,000, everybody in the back office just standing up, cheering, stomping their feet. I mean, because they didn't think it was going to happen. I think.
And what do you think is going on with Lisa right now? Is she in shock from it all? Is she just so overwhelmed with her success?
I interviewed her right after she came out, and she was sweating profusely.
Wow.
I've never seen her sweat. I've never seen this type of emotional reaction from Lisa. This is the strange thing because, you know, day to day you just kind of see Lisa. You're seeing a fresh side of Lisa today, a side that was clearly impacted in a large way by this kiss.
Yeah, it really shook her world.
I would say it shook her to the core.
Right. Yeah.
I think this is, you know, a delayed reaction. You know, when you're kissing somebody, your body starts to have a response.
Robin.
And it might not be right while the kiss is going on, but you're still, the kiss is lingering.
Yeah, and you can't fake the sort of physical reaction that Lisa has. You can't fake the sweating and the trembling and the not being able to concentrate. I mean, it's amazing.
I think she's back there still thinking about Ronnie and maybe what would have gone on if there weren't cameras around.
Robin, is this kiss so powerful that even you are kind of perplexed?
Admit, I'm sitting there going, she really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Ronnie is a good kisser.
This has driven Ronnie's stock way up, right? Honestly.
It has.
If you look at the replay, and you'll see the video later on Howard TV, but if you look at the replay, Lisa is the one sort of
going for it,
keeping it going.
Yeah.
I mean, perpetuating it when the conventional wisdom was she was going to pull away after a few seconds. She's the one that kept the embrace going.
You would say that we had it all wrong in a sense, right? I mean, we really didn't understand how powerful Lisa is in all of this. Like we all expected the complete opposite.
Right, that Ronnie would be the aggressor. But not so.
Most in the back doubted that Lisa would actually go through with it, that she would come up with some sort of excuse even if we hit the number. But in fact,
she went through it.
Got to give it to Lisa. Not only did she go through with it, she went through with it in a big way.
Well, please monitor how Lisa's reaction goes through the morning. We might have to check back in with you.
Yeah, we're on it right now. I'm hoping that she can make it through the show.
Oh, boy, there it is again.
There it is again. It's up on the screen.
Looks like a soap opera.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
Oh, look at Ronnie. Oh.
We're watching the tape. Sorry. How will this affect the relationship between Ronnie and Stephanie? Has anyone thought about that?
Well, I asked if Stephanie had sent Ronnie any texts yet or not. Ronnie said she's actually working late today, so she may get a huge surprise when she wakes up.
Right.
I mean, she gave him the okay.
Yes.
But
now the reality hit.
But the reality is that Lisa's reaction is so unexpected that, we'll have to see how Stephanie feels about this.
Do you think her reaction, the sweating and such, is that she's completely overwhelmed by how passionate his kiss was? That, in other words, it's having an effect on her femininity?
I think, A, that's one part of it. I think, B, as she admitted, she hasn't had a passionate kiss in more than a year.
Right.
So if you haven't done anything for more than a year, it's going to evoke an emotional and physiological reaction.
Well, you are a top reporter. I know you're on this story. We expect more details throughout the morning.
We're on it.
I'm telling you,
keep you
Lisa's
updated.
still back
Believe
there
me.
thinking about Ronnie.
I believe that John Lieberman is bringing in a bank of medical experts to find out what is going on internally with Lisa.
I wish now that we had done like a brain scan.
Yes.
So we could see.
She should have been hooked up. Yeah.
I think Stephanie's calling in right now.
Wow.
Oh, she woke up from that kiss.
And by the way,
10 seconds.
Gentleman Gaga is coming in to play the piano with his penis. A lot of people looking forward to that. Stephanie, you are Ronnie's girlfriend.
Hello.
How are you feeling post Lisa and Ronnie's kiss? It was very intimate and sensual.
It was. I actually saw it on video already on Twitter.
Yeah, you haven't even seen it all.
I have. It's not a kiss like he kisses me. So
I think it was pretty intense.
It was intense. But, he had to give the full Ronnie effect, I guess.
So you're not jealous and you're not feeling bad about it?
No, not at all. You know what? I like Lisa G. I think she's a beautiful woman. But I'm not threatened that Ronnie's going to leave me for her. So it's okay.
Exactly. But what if Ronnie said he wants to bring Lisa home to your bed for a threesome?
I don't know about that. I don't know. We'd have to have a talk.
So it's not a no.
Maybe.
How about 10,000 tweets?
Nah, man. We could get that in 5 minutes. You saw that already.
What do you care? You don't want to go to bed with Stephanie and Lisa at the same time? It could be fun.
Yeah, it could be cool.
Right. Stephanie, you up for that?
If we turn the tweets into dollars, maybe.
All right, so Stephanie not upset, Ronnie. You truly are the king of your castle.
No, because I did. We talked about it, right. And
not a surprise.
She said she was cool. No, the only thing was she didn't know what was going to happen this morning.
Right.
Just like I didn't know what was going to happen this morning.
Yeah. None of us did.
That
was a little bit.
And she would have loved. She was shocked because when she got on Twitter, when she got up and she got on Twitter.
Yeah.
And she saw the video right away. It kind of took her by surprise.
The video doesn't show the full thing. It's a tease, right?
Yeah,
it is. It's just a short little clip.
Yeah. Right till you see it all.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. Have you ever, when Ronnie kisses, Lisa's so shook up, Ronnie and Stephanie, that they said John Lieberman describes a woman disoriented in the newsroom who's not even sure how she's going to get through the day.
Well, that's the effect. Right, Steph? Is that the effect?
You probably won't get through the day.
Stephanie, is that what happened to you when you kiss Ronnie? Seriously. Because it's powerful.
I'm assuming so. We're 6 years later, and I'm still here.
You're a girl, get a lot of guys, and Ronnie somehow has a hold on you. I can see now what it is. His sexual prowess is amazing.
It is. I'm shocked.
She's great, man. I love her to death, really.
Well, you must really give it to her. Do you get those little Dracula bites on your neck?
Yeah, we get little bites and things like that.
He says he bites a woman's ass, and then what do? You lick her asshole.
Lick it, bite it, kiss it.
And then he licks your asshole.
Lick.
Is he doing that to you?
He's got to give all of our secrets away.
No, I'm just giving sex tips. I didn't say I did it to you, did I?
Dude. All right, Stephanie. Very good. I'm just checking in, make sure everybody's okay. But,
yeah, we're all good.
All
Thank you.
Well, Ronnie is a real coxman. You're a coxman.
Thank you.
Huh? Good for you. Yes.
Can I ask them both one question?
I hung up, but go ahead. Ask me and I'll pretend to be Stephanie. Go ahead.
No, it's for Stephanie.
What was the question?
It's just that Ronnie and Stephanie were considering doing a contest for the show and wondering where they're at.
We're thinking about it. Okay?
Yeah.
I love Ronnie so much. And when he sticks his tongue up my ass, it's awesome.
We're considering finding them, we're considering doing a contest who wants a threesome with Ronnie and Stephanie.
Yeah, we're into it. We're ready to do it.
We're thinking about it.
I want to watch Ronnie tongue some girl's asshole. Okay?
We haven't really got a chance to really talk about it because I've been away and...
We talked about it somewhat. I'm ready to do it. I'm ready.
Yes, the threesome will be with another guy.
And don't
no,
worry.
that is not happening.
I can't wait till Ronnie ties us up, spreads our legs, and lightly rubs our clitorises.
You got that right.
It will be double squirting.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie. We'll squirt at the same time, and that's not urine. It's cum.
Pre-cum.
Pre-cum, and get ready to have a long drink.
That's right.
That's right. Thank you.
Nice drink.
Nice drink. Get ready to have a nice drink.
And here's what's going to happen.
We call it Ronnie juice. All right, Ron, let me get this gentleman.
All right, yeah, you do that.
In here. Do you want an update from the newsroom about what's going on after Ronnie made out this morning with Lisa?
I would like to know what state Lisa's in now. A little while ago, she couldn't even imagine how she was going to get her work done.
Here's John Lieberman.
Lisa appears to be getting a little nauseous from the mambo. She said that she might be having an allergic reaction.
I mean, she smells like Ronnie because she was so close to him.
Yeah, and she's very sensitive, apparently, to scents.
Smell?
Yeah.
And apparently she has Ronnie smell all over her.